Hello everyone. I've been dragging doing some cooking today. Why are you laughing, Christian? Why are you laughing?
You're acting like you won't enjoy it. Oh man. Hold on. Get over here. Oh, Map is here as well. Hey Map, how you going? So guys, if you haven't met my dad before, this is Rad Dad, or Greg. Dad's gonna take over stream a little bit today. I'm gonna be here, but honestly my voice is pretty sore anyway, so it's kind of perfect. Dad's gonna be making cookies, my favorite cookies, chocolate chip. And they're gonna be going into the raffle prize, the Australian snack raffle prize. There's 4 winners for that one. And once we're done here today, we're gonna take some pictures of everything and I'll chuck it up in the Discord, and everyone can basically react to the post to get in, and it'll be a randomized winner. So that should be up by the end of today. So yeah, if you haven't joined the Discord, now's a good time to do it. When you get in there, let us know who you are, so that we can set you up with roles and you can actually see the server. Otherwise you don't see very much. But hi to everyone that's here. I'll chat to you from a little bit kind of off to the side, but I'm gonna let Dad really just talk through what he's doing and stuff like that. So, Map, I didn't mean to time you out. I'll fix that in a second. Hi Nungi, thank you for being here early. Hi Salvis and Carter and Dark Lord Crow. It's nice to see you. Hope you're all doing good. Phantasmagory and Tricky's here. Hi Tricky, how you going? How you going? Okay, I'm gonna get off screen. I'm gonna
so
get off
many
screen.
of them. It's so
and
spicy
you guys
and delicious.
can spam things as much as you want. Dad can't hear any text to speech, so if you end up sending him anything, you know, we'll listen to it and then I'm gonna tell Dad what it says because he can't.
Just be nice to me.
Just be nice to him, exactly. But he's a chef by trade, so if you have any questions in the chat, let me know and I'll pass it along
And
to
I'll
him.
see if I can answer them.
Oh, I'm sure he can. So go for it, Dad. No problem.
I'm just trying to find stuff to cook with. But anyway, chocolate chip cookies. So yes, Christian. Oh, we've gone blank. Can you hear me there, Christian? Yes. All good? All right. Well, I'm not quite sure. Christian might even pass the recipe on.
No, they're my cookies.
All right, she may not pass the recipe on them anyway. See what happens. But as you can see, we've got a whole bunch of different ingredients here today. We've got some gluten and lactose-free lasagna as well. So it should be an interesting day, hopefully. Never used this microwave. I hope it's not a killer, is it?
I don't know. I haven't barely used it either.
No,
What do you need done?
That's all good.
You can turn it low.
It's got to soften some butter. So, first thing we do is just takes 125 grams of butter and we soften that, and then we have to mix that with some sugars and vanilla. So I've got 2 different types of sugar here. Good old brown sugar. Probably should use scissors, I'd say. Look at that. It's been a while since I made these, so I don't remember the measurements. What have we got? Half a cup of caster sugar and half a cup of brown sugar. I'll try not to make too much mess here, but I'll just make Kristen clean it up if I do. It won't be so bad. So brown sugar. And then half a cup of caster sugar. So I'll put those in there so it's ready to go.
Figured I'd move over here so you're not alone.
Yeah, nice. Can't leave me alone. All right, then we're going to measure out our flour. So we've got everything ready to go. Oops. So I think it's 1 3/4 cups, and I've never ever seen a 3/4 cup measure.
I know.
It's always either 1/2 and 1/4, but anyway, we have a 3/4 cup measure. Unbelievable. So a bit of self-raising flour. If we can open it up.
Everyone wants to steal my coffee machine.
Yeah, it's a good coffee machine.
It is a good coffee machine. It's one of the first things that we actually bought when we got here. We don't have any outdoor furniture. We don't have a lot of like kitchen stuff. Mum
Yeah, but you got coffee.
But I have coffee. You guys know how much coffee means to me. So, oh god.
Gotta have the coffee.
Yeah, this house is very much out of my normal budget, but as a lot of you guys should be aware of, the only way that we moved and got away from what was happening in Victoria was Zoli. Zoli helped us. It's one of his properties. And yeah, he let us stay here for a really reasonable price, so we're safe, and I really appreciate that. Speaking of Zoli, I was going to try and bully him and get him to come over again today, but I don't know if he will. But I've got a surprise for him, so maybe we can get him over. Otherwise, next week he should be doing a stream with us, which is exciting. Yeah, I coloured my hair again. Yeah, just trying to lighten it as white as possible.
Yeah, you never know what colour hair she's getting up with. So we'll get all this ready to go here.
What are you doing?
Just sifting some flour with your new sifter.
My new sifter, that's right. I bought a sifter for today. And a program so that I could use my phone. I'm investing in myself.
And making me slave labour.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's investing in myself too.
Yeah.
Tricky says coffee over furniture any day. How can you organise furniture without coffee anyway?
That's a good point.
Hey, combo number 8, how you going?
And cookies with coffee's good too.
Cookies with coffee is the bomb. I'm like, I need you to make enough that we can send some to people, but then I also want enough that they will last until the end of the day. So we'll see how much we end up with. His accent is slightly different than yours. Dad's done a lot of traveling Australia, and my accent has been rounded out by a lot of in-house work in like hospitality and hairdressing from a lot of Europeans and things like that. So my accent is really muddled by a lot of different places around the world. And mum and dad are like, fucking Australian ochre.
Australian.
Fucking Australian.
Good old Australian.
Yeah, so.
And I'm half blind, so I'm sorry about that, but anyway.
Yeah, he is a little bit blind, so yeah, there's no point in getting him to read chat.
That's alright, we'll make it.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. I'm also kind of staying away from everything because, like, I don't want you guys to be like, ew, she's like got a bad voice and they're making food, so I'm just staying here. I'm staying away.
She doesn't do it. I'll make her wash up.
Yeah, I wash up because that's easy. Wash my hands. The look he just gave you. Which part? Which one, Matt? Which look? So many of them. Oh, it does take me a moment to translate what he's saying. I know it's English. My brain just goes, what? Tigress is American. And they've got
we talk a similar language.
Yeah, the language is the same, but the accent being the way it is, what you're expecting to hear is different. So it takes a while for your brain to translate it. They're very used to me, but as soon as it's like someone else, like even when Zoli came on, because his accent is first off UK based and then he's been in Australia.
Oh yeah,
like that's very different as well.
That's so true.
When you called him Ocker, oh yeah, Matt, he wouldn't have liked that. Mum's actually in the background. Mum, do you mind if I swing the camera around and show everyone what you're doing? Mum's actually in the background.
She's taking a chance to iron.
Say hi to Rad, Mum.
Hi everyone.
She's got her working as well. Everybody in this house is working except me. That's not true. I'm working right now, but Oh,
Yeah.
Tigress watches a lot of Bondi Vet. They do the same with some of the doctors there. He is a bit ochre though. Ooh.
Who's a bit like me?
You.
I'm a nice ocker though.
Yeah. SNL Tiger, it's nice to see you. How you going? They say hello to the family. So if Rad is mummy, is this my new granddaddy? B-Way, if you want Rad Dad to be your granddaddy,
Can you burn a Luigi board?
I can't call him granddad when it comes to the kitties.
No.
So what can B-Way call you? If I'm mummy, are you puppy?
Yeah, mummy and puppy. Oh my god.
Oh god.
Mummy and puppy.
Who's Okamui? You're getting roasted by Map.
Getting roasted. Oh right. No cookies for that one.
Map, I was gonna get him to make more cookies for some of my favorites so I could send them to them, and you're really fucking pushing it. Salvis, is it working? Is the bot not working, Salvis? Hold on.
Go on.
And they did it doing what they love best, eliminating their friends, confidence, and some may dare say family until none of them were left. Happy holidays, one and all.
So Salvis, there's like a 60-second cooldown. That's all it was. Sorry, you had me all freaked out there. I was like, oh, I didn't see you use it before. There's about a 60-second cooldown for users. And it's to stop you crazy people from absolutely just taking over stream with only sound commands. All right, what are we up to? Tell us what you've done so far.
Right, well, it's about that much.
More is good. Do you have enough for 2?
Yeah, there be much more ways.
You should just use it all and make enough to just use up all the ingredients.
So what have I got here? So we've got butter, caster sugar, brown sugar, bit of vanilla essence. We got 1 egg here, which I must beat. Must beat the egg.
Must beat the egg. Must beat.
So a little bit of a beating there, again, not too bad, just to mix it up. That's all right. Can't go beating it too hard. Then we've got here our bicarb, our self-raising flour, and our cocoa powder, and choc chips. Now, somehow or other, I'm going to put that all together. Normally I would use a wooden spoon, but, you know, good old...
I don't think I have a wooden spoon, actually.
It's all right, I have a steel one.
I was about to say, yeah, I don't have a wooden spoon anymore because it was the same one from Dad, like from when we used to
No more
live.
wooden spoon. But that's okay. We'll use a metal spoon. Let's face it, we could use numerous different implements. We have to cream this so it's nice and smooth. Get it all mixed together. Thought I'd even use glass bowls. Goodness me.
Now you guys can see everything. He's using glass bowls to show it all off.
Yeah.
There's a few people that are all confused about what ochre means. So you're insulted, but no one else understands. The term ochre is used both as a noun and an adjective for an Australian who speaks and acts in a rough, uncivilized manner.
Oh, that's it. I'm out.
And a broad Australian accent. What about an electric beater? Yeah, that's what Greg's for.
No, you don't electric beat this because
You don't want to beat
you got to cream it, so you got to mix it all together. You don't want to aerate it.
Yeah.
If you use a mixer, you'll aerate it. This just actually combines it all together and makes it all nice and smooth. You don't actually want to aerate it too much.
Listen to the chef.
But you can use an electric beater. You really can't hurt this mixture. You can't hurt this mixture at all, really.
Tigress, it's okay. I grew up with him and there's still things that I forget about when it comes to cooking and stuff like that.
She rings me.
I'm like, oi, trying to do this. What the fuck am I meant to do? And then he goes, oh, I'll send you a message.
But you got to watch it because she takes things seriously.
I do.
Like the butter and the chicken. Mm-hmm. You put a whole block of butter under the chicken skin. Mm-hmm.
It was delicious too.
I meant put pieces of butter under there, not a whole block of butter.
It was delicious. I will just say it again. It was delicious.
Yes, it was.
You want some dad cool cookies? B-Way, like I said, this is going to be part of the Australian snack raffle. Because this for me is my favourite snack that Dad used to make quite a lot. For like our school lunches and stuff, we get like one of these to go to school and stuff like that.
Oh, one,
and then we come home and eat the rest of them. Hi, Nibbles.
should have got your mum on to make caramel slaws.
Oh, well, next time. Guess what, guys? Mum and Dad are already booked to be back here in April. Booked and paid for to be back here in April for my birthday. So that's good. Hi, Nibble. Does he know how to make kookaburra wings? Oh my god. So there's this
Kookaburra wings.
You know what they are? They're chicken wings, but it's fucking Outback Steakhouse in America. Because Outback Steakhouse is Australian. And so it's called fucking kookaburra wings. And I'm like, we don't fucking eat kookaburra.
You did not eat, and kookaburra wings, it tastes like nothing because there's no meat on a wing.
Meat, mate. There's no meat on those. Nibble, how are you? Could the cookies travel to the other side of the world? The only place that I am hesitant to mail things to, funnily enough, is like Germany and Sweden, because they're they often send packages back for the most random reasons. I had a package I was trying to send to a friend, and I'd sent it 5 times before I gave up, and they kept sending it back for reasons that didn't actually apply to the package. And the post person that I was talking to back in like Victoria was like, they do this all the time. They just have the weirdest like people going through all the packages, and they just go, oh, that's not on there. But if they just rotated it, it was on that part where the rest of it was.
Maybe they're a little bit slower in those parts.
I don't know.
They call us awkward. Goodness me.
Dad's still offended.
Yeah, oh. So we've taken the butter and the sugars and we've creamed that together, and then we add the egg and you mix it all together. If you have a good close look, which you probably can't, it looks like it's a little bit separated, but you never panic about that. Oh, good on you.
Look, guys. Cookie mixture.
Nearly.
Almost. Look, there's a RAD DAD through there.
Give me back my bowl. Then you take the flours, your cocoa, and you just slowly mix it all together. Now you can do a little bit of time, but let's face it, we couldn't be bothered doing that. So we tip it all in and just slowly fold it all together. The fun part about this is we get our hands in here eventually.
It's always good to use your hands. Right, Matt? Yep. Right, Mum? Yeah, Mum agreed. Mum agreed, Matt.
Yeah, and just got to get it all together. There's a nice little nap on the lounge before.
I know. Dad had a puppy nap before he got started to make sure he was all awake for today's stream. Nibble, please stop licking the screen. I'm gonna get some of the extra ones that are made, Nibble, are gonna be sent to you no matter what, okay?
What's better is when you make this cookie dough, just freeze it and eat it as cookie dough. It's great with ice cream, yeah.
Why is naked pronounced naked, but baked is pronounced baked? B-Way is really curious if you could help him with that.
No idea.
He's not a fucking English teacher, B-Way. Nibble, don't cry. You don't have to lick the screen. I will send you no matter what. You're getting some of my extra ones. Nibble's in America.
So what about now? You can see.
Whereabouts in America?
I don't know.
Yeah, still conversation over top of a conversation.
Yeah, sorry, go on.
It's all right. So you can see now that all that beautiful mixture's starting to come together. The flour and the butter and the sugar is all mixing. So we're chipping a few choc chips, all because it's crisp and a few more. Right, now get the joy of getting your hand in there. You can't beat this.
Gotta get your hands in there, Matt.
And
That's what I was talking about.
I have washed my hands. Don't panic. That was before I started this. You're going to end up with this nice big ball of dough. So for those of you who like to make pizza, it actually will probably feel and look like a piece of chocolate pizza dough.
Which could be delicious.
Chocolate pizza is actually delicious.
Speaking from experience, apparently.
Yeah, you make chocolate pizza and then you put cream patissiere in centre and raspberries and strawberries and yum yum.
So guess what he's making tomorrow? Delicious.
So you end up with this beautiful biscuit dough that you can crush in your hands. And this is where you can make them whatever size you want. So depending on what size you make them is what size your biscuit's going to come. So you've got to make them all the same size. This is always fun and games. You can go and use like a tablespoon mixture, and you can take that out. which gets a good size, but I have more fun just trying to...
Dad just likes it to do it the hard way.
Yeah, I do it the hard way. You just break off pieces and roll it up.
Hi, Nungy Duck Butt. Hi, Seraphy. Thank you so much for lurking. The cookies are going to be part of the snack raffle that I'm hoping to put up in Discord by the end of today. The one that's been owed since last year, but I wanted these to be made, and then this just all sort of fell into place. So it just, yeah, I'm glad that we waited in the end.
So she imported me from the mainland.
I did. The most expensive cookies you'll ever find from
That's
Australia.
right.
Because you have to pay your travel tax on them.
How far have we travelled to get here?
The hard way is the fun way, except when it's not.
Yeah. It's very, very...
Nibble 2022.
That's very deep.
Very deep, Nibble.
Very deep.
Very deep. Nungy, it's nice to see you. I hope you're well. I hope you're doing good. I'm trying. I'm meant to be resting my voice and I'm yelling, so...
It's alright, she's good.
That's going well.
Yeah, I'm doing a good job here. Unfortunately, there's no fast way of doing this.
Nungy, it's still 2022 in my brain, baby.
23.
I know.
What
My
is
wisdom is coming in clutch lately. Your 12 wisdom. Go roll me. Can you roll me a d20 in chat, Nibble? I want to know what your wisdom is standing at right now. I need a wisdom saving throw from you, mate. So many snack box. Yeah. Towards the end of it, I'll pull everything down that's going to be in the snack box to show you guys. Oh, Nibble. That's good. A 14 is good. It's on the high side. That's nice. Good. You're noting that down. Good to see. Good to see. Oh, Tigress rolling a 17. I like it. I like it. I'd help, but I can't because I'm sick.
Yeah, if she was helping, all she would be doing would be rolling the biscuits and putting them in her mouth.
I'm not allowed to touch anything because I'll eat it. I'm glad I'm not the only one who imports relatives just to cook for me. One time my grandmother visited me halfway across America and I went to the theater while she was making meat sauce in my apartment. You gotta use the family members to the best of your abilities, you know? It's all about love.
That's right.
You know? It's all about love.
We drive halfway across the country just to make sure you're fed.
Damn straight. I like it and I appreciate it. You know that. Need more. Oh no, combo number 8. You just rolled a nat 1. That's a dream. Sorry, my dude. That's rough.
And when you roll these cookies, make sure you roll them nice and firm. So just between your hands, you just roll around, you can squash them between your hands. You make sure your choc chips are all squashed in. They're lovely and smooth.
You don't want holes in your cookies.
You don't want holes in your cookies.
Not unless you're making them by eating them.
I think I'm pregnant with my 14th child.
I'll have to show you the pregnate YouTube video. Actually, I might have showed you it before. It's this guy that's reading things off, I think it's Reddit or like one of those like wiki ask sites.
No, yeah.
And it's like
Where
people
do I
asking
obtain
about
a
things.
wedgie board? Do I have to make my own wedgie, or can I buy one from a witch or vegan?
Well, probably a witch, Nibble. I feel like a witch at this time of the year is a better one to talk to. Yeah, and then he reads things, so it's like, how do I am currently pregnant with my 14th child was like something like that he was reading out. But like there's like, it's like a 10-minute video. It's ridiculous. Like some of the crap that people write on there. Nibble, you know a witch? Can we get the recipe in chat if possible? Tigress, I'll think about it. Nope, I'll think about it. Maybe for my birthday, I will deem it available to everybody. Yes.
Maybe I'll put it up there for you.
Yeah. Maybe if you go and follow Mum and Dad on Instagram, you might see it someday. Hello chefs. Hi Ether, how you going? Matt, Pergananant. It's the most ridiculous thing.
Right,
I was thinking it was a no. It's not a no. I will definitely put the recipe up. Don't worry.
I think we can do that.
Yeah, I'll definitely put the recipe up. Don't stress. Don't stress.
Take my beautiful clean hands and do a beautiful clean drawer. So once you got like, you find about 12's enough on the tray, you can just put a little tiny back of the fork and just give them a little push down. Not too much. Okay. Whoops. You can do it once, you can do it twice. Whatever floats your boat. Alright, beautiful. Then we'll chuck those in the oven. They take about 10 to 12 minutes. I like my cookies so they're not cooked so they're really crisp. You want them so they're nice and soft and gooey in the center.
Actually, chocolate chip.
Yeah, and so what I'll do is I'll just roll the rest of these while I'm waiting. So you can see you get about the size I make, you get about 24 from memory.
Nungi says he doesn't have a boat, so his cookies must be doomed.
Oh no.
Poor Nungi. Nungi, we'll have to get you a boat. Hey Lucy, it's nice to see you. Such a nice kitchen. Yeah, it's lovely. Like I said, I'm very lucky to be here and safe thanks to Zoli. I like my boogies nice and crisp. He said cookies, not boogies.
Boogies! I like my boogies nice and crisp. Oh, that's tasty, that is. We don't cook boogies here in Australia.
Oh man.
We cook cookies. But
I-
see, some cookies are flat and crisp, see?
Yeah.
Then there's New York baked cookies, which are like almost like a cake.
Nibbles, stop laughing. I'm getting drunk and I'm gonna do it twice. Wait, what? Comment number 8. Ishibu wants a boat made of cookies.
Oh, boat made of cookies.
That could be a fun, very intense project. I don't know how they'll do that. They'll probably wind up.
Gingerbread house.
Oh, we could do gingerbread house one day. That'd be cool. Do we need to have a discussion about cookies versus biscuits? Oh my god, yes, let's do it. I would love that. While Dad's rolling out these cookies, Dad, thoughts on cookies versus biscuits?
Well, biscuits tend to be flatter and crispier, and cookies tend to be thicker. Right? Yeah. So you find biscuits are a lot more sort of flat and crisp, but it depends on whether you like them soft or whether you like them crunchy and hard.
Tiger says that the cookies would probably end up just being hockey pucks in their hands.
They want these. This almost fail-proof recipe.
They really are. It's very simple. I'm a cookie because I'm thick. Fuck yeah, Map. I love that. Map's a cookie because he's thick.
Nothing wrong with that.
Oh dear. Hey, Groovy Foxtrot, it's nice to see you. Map is actually a cookie, confirmed. Yeah, I know, right, Nibble? We've just found out the true dark secret of Maplinator. He's not in Western Australia, he's in an oven. He's a cookie. B-Way, just as fun to eat. Chat be thirsting over Map, and Map ain't even here. Hey Maze, how you going? It's nice to see you. Groovy, I hope you're doing good. What kind of cookies are they? Do you just want to say it again?
Double choc chip cookies. So they're double choc because they've got chocolate chips in there and they've also got cocoa powder. You can also chop in some nice dark chocolate. So you get a block of nice dark chocolate and just chop it. You can also grate some chocolate over top. You can just keep going with as much chocolate as you want. You can mix with some white chocolate and some dark chocolate if you like.
To drink milk.
But I just prefer dark chocolate because I think that it tastes much nicer.
Seraphy_ViewDange subscribed with tier 1.
Therapy, thank you so much for the tier 1 subscription. 23 months, we're coming in on that 2 years. Thank you for your support. Thank you for helping put a roof in my tummy and food over my head. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here when you can as well. Seraphy's also a teacher. I think I remember telling you that on a previous stream.
Teachers primary school or middle school?
Primary school, yeah.
That's the little tackers?
Mathematics and stuff like
I can't
that.
teach little tackers, they're too small.
Too small.
I like them bigger ones like her that I can fight with.
I like to fight kids. That's what's being brought from that one. I just want
It's
you to
more
know.
fun.
Note to self, do not drink anything while watching RAD and RAD Dad and chat because there's an increased risk of damaging your keyboards. Did you spit your drink out, Tricky? I wonder how these would be with a bit of mint. If you like mint,
What?
Dad hates mint.
No, I like mixed grade in
Mint and
Asian
chocolate,
cooking,
mint and chocolate goes well together,
but I don't like it.
It's not for my dad.
No.
It's not for my dad.
You could grate some orange zest in here. Mint would be fine if you like chocolate mint.
Chili.
Yeah, chili. You can put some fresh chili in there. Chop some fresh chili. You can put fresh mint. If you like fresh mint, It would be beautiful.
How
Even
much-
some mint oil would be good.
How much would you suggest putting in if someone was to get this recipe as it is and they wanted to add like an extra flavor like that and they had a dry ingredient?
Zest of 1 orange.
Zest of a whole orange.
Yeah, you'd probably a quarter of a cup of chopped mint. You'd have to chop the mint quickly, mix it through, otherwise it goes
It'd go
black.
really
But you
black.
can pick it. You can pick it. Or if you roll it and cut it finely, it doesn't go black as quick. Yeah, that'd be good. But you could also use some, if you like to, you know.
Oh, Sarah who teaches primary and secondary, kindergarten grade to grade 12 school.
Oh, wow.
Also teaches courses grade 3 to 12, various subjects, mostly math and science though. And Sarah is heading out. They're just going to have supper and things like that. So, love you, Sarah. Have fun with Neo. Enjoy your supper.
When it comes back, we'll have the lasagna going.
Espresso would be good too. Yeah, Tigress. That'd be probably where you'd be better off using like dry like espresso rather than like.
Yeah, when you do your vanilla, just your vanilla essence.
Yeah, you can do coffee beans.
Yeah, or
crush them.
yeah, just do a shot of coffee and just do 1 shot of coffee and mix it with your vanilla essence. It should hold alright.
See, there you go. There you go. Cinnamon. Yeah, that's another good one.
Oh,
If you like cinnamon.
yeah.
Oh, SNL Tiger, thank you for the 9 biddies. I appreciate you.
You could put a coffee bean on each one.
Yeah, you could just do a coffee bean on the top. That's a good point.
Yeah. Lots of opportunities.
Instant espresso is kind of one of those easier ones because it's
See,
something you
look.
tend to have.
12 more cookies.
Yeah, Dad, do you want to talk about a perfectionist, okay?
Told you I get 24.
You guys worry that I don't get anything done. This is why. See this? See how everything looks exactly the same and like the ones in the like oven are also exactly the same and there's nothing left and it's all just that right there is perfectionism and it's toxic. So it's a toxic trait. Okay. Speaking of espresso, it's time to walk Samwise. No worries at all, Map. Enjoy your walk. Give Sammy a big pat for me. I got lasagna. How do we go about commissioning one of these to be shipped out? They're in Canada.
Yeah, not quite sure about the lasagna.
I don't know about that one, Neo. You'll have to watch back the VOD and see how to make it. You're a great cook. You'll be fine. Food goes in the roof of my mouth and into my tum-tum. That is true, comment number 8. Oh, comment number 8 wants to know how much beer you put into the cookie.
How much beer? Beer. No beer.
I like the base being chocolate, having white chocolate chips and maybe macadamia nuts.
Yeah, macadamia nuts are always good.
That'd be a good one, B-Way, definitely. There's no cookie dough left over to
I
eat
came
though.
here to drink milk.
No, well, that's why you either eat some of the cookies though.
And I've just
Or you get 24 in total.
Movie
Or you get
Foxtrot
24. You can
subscribed
make them
with tier
small.
1.
Oh, these are a good size. You'll see that when they come out. Do we have biscuit tray? We have a quilling tray.
Yeah, the ones, if you open up those two. Groovy, thank you so much for the tier 1, 6 months. I appreciate you for helping me do this chaos.
Woo!
I appreciate you. Thank you for your support. I hope you're doing well. I hope your streams are going well. I make cookies and they end up being one large mishap blob and I also happen to burn them.
But if you follow this recipe, you won't go wrong.
Tricky. This recipe will be shared with the community. It's a RAD Dad recipe and I
Might
believe
change that. Baking moderate oven. They all know what a moderate oven is?
a modded oven.
Moderate oven.
No.
Mmm.
You're gonna put it into Celsius and I can also make sure that it gets into Fahrenheit as well.
Yeah.
And thoughts on like gas, electric, fan force, things like that. Gotta cover all your bases, all right? Not everyone knows everything. I don't want people asking like a million questions that I can't answer, okay? Where are you gonna share the recipe? I'm gonna put it in the food channel in the Discord, another wonderful reason to join the Discord.
How long have these been in for?
Yes, I don't know.
Not a
Chat,
while.
how long have they been in for?
Does anybody know?
Who put a timer on?
Tigris Knox cheered
Oh,
at
Tigris.
1,500.
Oh my God.
Much love, and all that stuff. Got a bribe to get some cookies.
Tigress just cheered 1,500 bits, which is $15 in currency.
Yeah.
I've got to bribe you to get some cookies. Much love and all that stuff.
Oh, I think they're looking good.
Oh, they're rising up. Hold on, I might actually take the
Yeah.
phone off the stand really quick, and I will show you guys what it's looking like, so that you get a bit of a look see. I know the chaos. I'm sorry. I would apologize, but you don't care. Look in this oven. Look at this. Oh my god. Oh my god. That looks so good. Look, this is the RAD Dad view. Look at these. Look at them. Why are they so good?
All right, chocolate salty balls.
Oh god. Stop licking the screen, Nibble. Nibble, I'm worried about you, my son. I'm worried about you. Alright. We're all good.
We're all good?
Whoa. I may or may not have just accidentally zoomed in a little bit, but we're good. We are now actually good. We are now actually good. I
Back to normal, aren't we?
Yeah, I didn't mean to zoom in so much. That was my bad.
So if you're like me and you always forget what time you put them in the oven, you can literally just pull them out and you can see they start to cook apart. You can see they're all pretty even. They're nice and thick.
Bring it up here.
Look at those. See that? They're really soft because when they're in the oven, they are very soft because at their hottest point, they are very soft. Once they go cool, they will harden up a little bit. So I think that that's probably where we want to have them. So we just leave those on the tray for a few minutes and then we'll slide them little babies off because I like them there. They're just still crunchy on the outside, but they're soft and chewy on the inside. You must have a nice fan force oven.
Yeah, we do.
There you go.
We do. Tigress, sorry, just to make sure I definitely
Do we have smell-o-vision?
Thank you for the 1500 biddies. That was very, very kind of you and I really appreciate the support. Do we have smell-o-vision? No, but I'm sure they can imagine how delicious they smell.
Yeah, look alright.
Cookie hole is right here. Pointing at their mouth. I will eat one and then I will find out. Is said recipe penguin and Brit collective friendly? Especially a penguin that relies on
Trick
fire
thing you
alarms to
gifted
let the
one
food is
sub.
actually ready for them. Tricky, we'll
No
try.
fire alarm needed.
We'll try. You don't need your fire alarm. Tricky, thank you so much for the gifted subscription to Panther. I really appreciate that. Your 15th sub to the community. And you guys are taking it to a level 2 hype
loofah
train.
to my knees.
That loofah's too big. Cookie hype. Level 2 hype train, 4.5 minutes, 20%. Thank you so much for the love and support. No matter what, I just really appreciate you guys being here and sharing fun stuff like this. We get 2 Rad Parent streams this time. So, you know, I thought it was better than only the one. 2 is always better than 1.
2 is better than 1. So I mean, just basically use the same little baking sheet again, or baking tray, or whatever you have to cook on. Pizza trays, doesn't really matter, as long as you put a bit of grease-proof paper, or I think baking paper or parchment paper, depends again on what country you're from, but it's
And
all
what
the
you prefer to
same.
use. You
Yeah.
definitely should use it because it makes your life a lot easier to get it on and off the tray.
Well, it saves a bit of washing up.
And especially because for us, we're using everything multiple times, so the less mess at the end of it, the better for us. You guys get to see all the fun stuff. We then have to clean up after stream.
Yeah, and you can see they sort of, they almost double in size,
How
so
can I
depending
get
what size
my
you make them.
GF Pregnant.
You can sort of see there they almost double in size when they're cooked. Alright, but they stay nice and thick. Not flat like a biscuit, thick like a cookie.
That's
Right.
really sticking to his guns with that one.
Hang on, 10 minutes, where are we?
You gonna put a timer on this time?
10-minute timer on.
Yay! When's Kristen gonna roll up her sleeves and start cooking something? Because I'm a little bit sick. I'm trying to stay away from it all. Because especially these are getting sent out to people. I don't really want to get involved. And the lasagna, it's for Tom for like however long it survives. So the
Yeah,
same
they're
thing.
usually about 1 day.
If I cook when I'm sick, I just don't want to, it's just not fair.
No.
It's not fair. So I'm sort of just staying over here. I'm only on camera because I don't want Dad to be alone.
Yeah, you can't leave me alone here, that's
Can't
right.
leave you alone. Thank you for the 100 biddies, SNL Tiger, and taking us to 24%. We've got 2.5 minutes to go. Level 2 hype train. Level 1 was already smashed. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. It should be not flat like a biscuit, but thick like a map. Because map is thick, like a cookie. Oh my gosh, hello Cosmic Carl, how are you? It's nice to see you. Thanks for using the hello redemption. How's things? Yes, hello to everybody that's here. I appreciate you guys being here. I hope you're enjoying the mild chaos. It's only mild. It's only mild.
Only mild. Now they can see that I'm about to make some lasagna now, so
Yeah, we're starting on the lasagna.
I'm
New
just-
chapter.
I'll be out in a minute.
I'll be out in a minute to check on how the lasagna's going.
So I'm just picking some fresh basil, or for you Americans, some basil.
Oh, I'm bullying you again.
Well, that's right. Well, they've been bullying me about being an hawker.
I mean, to be fair, I did that.
I'm gonna bully your community then.
That's okay. They need a little bit of bullying. We do a little bit of bully. Cosmicolo got a new job, which is going good. Fighting through some health stuff though. Oh, I'm glad you're happy though. That's really cool that your new job's going well. That's awesome. I'm glad to hear it. Things are going well, you know. 2023 is starting out a lot better than the entirety of last year, that's for sure. B-Way says, bully me, Poppycore. B-Way, just breathe.
Yeah, remember, I've got the cookies.
Yes, remember B-Way. Poppycore has the cookies, so relax.
This is one huge bunch of basil.
Yeah, so we're just getting a lot of basil. Yeah, Nibble, I know. Your rad grandparents are also for B-Way, his puppy, so sorry.
Sharing is caring.
Sharing is apparently caring, Nibble. There's a new Twitch username, eh? Want to know what new thing I've decided to do for this year? Go for it, Tigress. Stop beating yourself up. You're looking good. Oh, thank you, Cosmico. Yeah, I'm very tired though. I'm a little bit not 100% right now. So, thank you guys so much for the hype train as well. Thank you for the love and support. I super heckin' appreciate it. I just appreciate you guys being here for something different. And yeah, maybe we'll have more
cooking.
More cooking in future.
Basil.
Basil.
Yum yum.
Basil brush.
Basil brush.
Basil brush.
You got another strain apart from that one?
Yeah, if you open up that one there, it should be in there. That one we use for like rice and pasta and stuff.
Cool.
Thank you guys so much for the hype train. Hi Panther, how you going? It's nice to see you. You'll have to speak up. I can't hear you up the back there. Shut the fuck up, Soulstar. Can you hear that? Also, I love you. Thank you for being here. How you going?
Look at it. It's getting a grow. It's almost cookie eating time. Oh, look at that. Look. Oh.
They're cooling down.
It's going down nice.
They're cooling down.
They're looking good. We'll have to break 1.5 minutes to show them how juicy they are inside.
Oh, we get to eat one. Let's go.
Yeah, that's only fair you get to eat one on camera.
Fuck yeah.
So in this, well, we are going to start the lasagna. So it's gluten-free and it's also lactose-free. So yes, you can make your your gluten-free pasta, but they buy a good product here in Woolies, so we use that just to save.
Woolies is Woolworths. It's one of our supermarkets.
Yeah, so just to save a little bit of time, they make a really good product, so it's easier to use that one. It's a fresh pasta, not a dry one. And we have a friend here in Tasmania that she grows some beautiful, you can see some beautiful silver beet. So I'm going to put some of this fresh washed silver beet into lasagnas just to add a little bit of colour and texture. You can see nice big leaves. There's no real need to cut them up. We can just leave them as is.
Show them how big they are.
Yeah,
They're
look.
huge.
They're quite big. So the stalk, because it's going to be baked in the oven, there's nothing wrong with that. You can leave that on there. A lot of times you can cut it off. Can't cut around the stalk. But
Like if you're frying it in a fry pan, it's not going to get as much like heat to it. It's not going to break down as much. So you don't want the stalk because it'll be quite tough.
But if anyone's got Italian family there, they'll always take the leaves off and they'll use that in their soups or in their stews. No waste.
No waste.
No waste.
No waste.
Food's too expensive and too tasty.
Yep, indeed.
So I'm making two. I'm making one for Tom and one for a friend of ours because she's gluten and lactose as well. So
Tom's like, you're making him a third one, right?
yeah, he thinks so, doesn't he? Yeah.
But it's green. Yes, but Nibble, it's delicious. Green things can be delicious. You just got to cook them the right way. Hacks Food, thank you for the follow. Sorry, I don't quite have my headset on. I've got a bit of a headache, so having the headset against my ears is a bit painful. Thank you very much, Hacks Food, for the follow. You're officially a spud bud. Please don't be shy. Get involved. Say hello to chat. They do bite, but genuinely softly. Generally also with consent. So, you know, you're pretty safe here. That looks like the food that my food eats.
My
Says
food.
Nibble. Can you use shallots instead of onions?
Yeah. You mean echalot's a little...
Shallots are like your little
French ones?
Little French onions.
You can. I like to use Spanish onions in my lasagna. I just like the tang of a Spanish onion, so...
Yeah, it's really up to you. Like brown onions tend to be a little bit like sweeter and softer in like flavor.
Yeah, you can
Red
use...
onions are a bit tangier.
You can use brown onions.
Shallots are very, very delicate, which is
Yeah.
sort of the thing, like in something like this, when you're going to be cooking it and cooking it off, you're not going to get any flavour from
You're
it by
gonna
the
lose
end
it.
of all of it.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's sort of something to keep in mind.
You can use the white part of a spring onion.
Yeah, that's another good one.
You can use that as well if you really
Because
want.
that gives quite a lot of flavour, but it won't give that tang. Tiger says they're enrolling back into university courses this summer, at least one to get back to school. It's community college and it'll be a start. That is amazing, Tigress. I'm really proud of you. That is really exciting. Are you excited? Like, is that what you've been wanting to do? Is this like a big step for you? Mems also says that they're lurking while they're at a restaurant. They really wanted to watch Dad bake. Lovely bright kitchen you have, really nice. Yeah, this place is
I
ridiculous.
forgot to get garlic.
Oh no.
Garlic free.
Oh no.
Garlic free. Look out.
Oh no. Yeah, well you bug it up, didn't you?
Oh well.
You bug it up.
Garlic free. That's what happens.
B-Way can vouch for the Italians. B-Way has. That's Nonna coming over.
There's always a nonna in the family.
I never expected I would be sat taking notes about cookies and lasagna at almost 3 a.m. my time, but I am, and I quite like it. Tricky, make sure you get enough sleep, okay, darling? Make sure you get enough sleep. Hello, Animal Spiker, how you going? No garlic? Yeah, they forgot it, Soulstar, okay? They're human,
Well, we're on
Soulstar. They're on holidays, leave them alone.
We're on holidays.
Garlic is friendly.
I had to go shopping anyway because nothing in Kristen's house. Goodness me.
Yeah, I only use what I need. I don't stockpile things anymore.
Mum and Dad did, so there's no food in the house. Yeah, that's right.
There's never been food in the house since we moved in. We cook what we need. That's it. That's it. Soulstar, there is meant to be garlic in this one. There is meant to be garlic. It was an oversight. Greg apologizes. Would you like to make a statement about your apology? I'm sorry for all the people that I might have hurt.
Yeah, I'm sorry for all those garlic loving people. I love garlic too. You can use fresh garlic or you can use crushed garlic. It doesn't really matter. But I would use half a dozen cloves for each lasagna because it's
Especially the size that they are.
yeah.
So,
Because they're roughly a kilo of mince.
like, they're quite large dishes. So, you know,
Yeah.
like
A lot of people only use half a kilo of mince, but I like mine to be nice and meaty, so I give it a good go. So get your onions cut up, whichever way you want. I like to cut mine nice and fine. So I dice mine up nice and fine. All ready to go. My beautiful chopped garlic, you can see that, it's lovely, ready to go.
Yes, we'll pretend it's there because it's meant to be there, okay?
Fresh basil, you can literally, as we're layering it, I just layer it through there so it adds that nice bit of colour.
Lasagna is all about the layers.
Also use a little bit of good old dried Italian herbs, okay? They just make a nice mix when you're cooking it. So I better start.
Is that okay, B-Way? Like, is that, you know, are we getting in trouble for that? Tiger says that they've wanted to go back to school for a while now. Community college is really affordable, and now that they live within the city limits, that's really exciting.
Oil. Oh, found it. You have garlic salt in here?
Yeah, there is garlic salt. Yeah, that one.
Smoked garlic and pepperberry salt. So, Christian loves to be a little bit local here. We've got some Tasmanian smoked garlic and pepperberry salt. So, that'll be a good idea to whack that in some of the meat. That's not going to hurt.
Mems can't hear anything right now, but they say, Dad, thank you for doing this.
Alright? Oh, alright, the cookies are ready. Yeah, so 10 to 12 minutes, Kristen. 10 minutes, they're ready to go.
Delicious.
Yeah, we need to put those on a plate.
Do you want them in a container? Or just on a plate?
You can go around and stack
Let me
those
wash
on a
my
plate.
hands. Can you put them
Oh,
down?
I'll put that on a plate. Am I going to be too close to the camera now?
No, you're right. That'll sit the back of your head for a bit. Or the side of your head by the looks of things.
So you can see there, the biscuits are nice. They hold their shape. suppose we could give one to...
Me!
Break
Harry
that,
doesn't want one.
break that in half, you can see, look at that, beautiful and soft inside.
You can take it right up to the camera.
Oh, we're going, ooh.
Yeah.
Nice and soft and chewy inside. Nice and crunchy on the outside.
Nice.
I think Christy's going to eat that somehow.
Yeah. Hold on. It's alright, put it down. I'm gonna grab them in a sec.
Don't touch the other ones, don't poison the other ones.
I'm gonna poison them all and then they're all mine. It was my plan from all along. It was my plan all along.
Where's my...
My plan all along was to take them all.
Yeah, and then we can see next batch out just the same. Lovely, really soft at the moment. We just let them cool down and they'll be the same. They'll go nice and hard. Yeah, look at her, she's about to eat that.
So, really nice and thick. Delicious.
Alright. On to the lasagna. Good?
Good.
That'll stop it chatting. Alright. Lasagna, we have to have white sauce on lasagna. Obviously, good old. So, vegetable sauce, white sauce, cheese sauce. But problem being that we can't have lactose, so we use soy. Tom likes his soy milk. You could also use oat milk. You could use macadamia milk if you really wanted to. You could use almond milk.
Any milk of your choice.
Lactose-free milk. There's plenty. You don't need to use. Obviously, you can if you're not lactose intolerant, you don't need to worry too much about that.
Yeah, but we have Jewish people in the house that are, and our friend that lives here, down here is as well. So they're two peas in a pod. These two.
Yep, they literally are.
So Panda said that they look divine. The cookies.
They do.
Hello, Stella K9. Can you lift him up? My dad? No. No, I can't. My dad and I are pretty much the same, like, weight and height.
I can probably lift her up, she
I'm
gets me up.
not very strong at the moment. I'm recovering from a cold. When I go on my tricky travels, are you gonna make these cookies for me, Rad? Trade you for some tricky treats? Depends what the tricky treats are, Tricky.
Oh, we got a light here.
Yeah, light, just the first one. And then, yeah.
Too loud.
Hopefully not.
So we just got our onions. You can get little onions there, frying away. Oops. Oh, don't want to upset her. And you got no wooden spoon, have we? No. What are you doing?
Whatever you want. It was,
Come with this.
I know, right?
Fancy.
Comes with that, and there is. This has basically become my normal.
Oh yeah, that's alright. Now, because I tend to make it a kilo for each lasagna. I then sort of roughly need a litre of white sauce. So I sort of use a kilo of mince because that way it's nice and meaty. You can use half a kilo for a container that size, but worst case scenario, have mince left over. I've never seen Tom waste food, so.
He'll be stoked if there's mince left over. He can have it with just mince and pasta.
Yeah.
He'll be stoked. Have it on toast.
Now your mince, it's up to yourself whether you use a mixture of pork mince, veal mince. You use straight beef, pork and veal, doesn't really matter. It's each to their own. Pork adds a nice salty flavour to it, but just good old beef mince I think is good and not too lean. You need a bit of fat in there for flavour, so.
It's getting cooked for a while, so you kind of want it to survive that.
Yeah, you want at least 20% fat if you can. Yeah, just like that.
Hey CB, yeah, we made cookies, and by we I mean Dad. They are pretty much all done now. We'll get them out of the way in a sec once they've cooled down. And Dad's making lasagna now.
Yeah,
From
the
scratch.
cookies apparently are alright.
They're really good. I left you that half. They're really good. Delicious. Yeah, they're good, hey? And I mean, technically, even with the chocolate chip cookies, like, you could make it lactose free, you could make it gluten free, things like that. Like, there's a lot of options. There's a lot more options out there in the last sort of 5 years. Hey?
Would you have a coffee?
Do you want a coffee?
Are you gonna make coffee on camera?
I just need to go blow my nose and wash my hands, and then I can make coffee. There's a player in Destiny 2 whose username is Eris Moan. I audibly sighed when I read it. Eris Moan's luscious thighs nibble. I know. People love changing their name in Destiny. Look, it's just fun, okay? It's just fun. Alright, I'll be right back. I'm just gonna go wash my hands.
Some garlic.
Yeah, you can use that. That's a good point. So Dad's just opened up a jar of like pre-roasted.
Yeah, been a bit lazy. Bit of roast capsicum for lasagna is always nice.
Yeah, and it's pre-roasted, just in a jar. And funnily enough, it comes with like garlic and peppers and all that sort of stuff. And yeah,
So we'll just slice that garlic and we'll just slip that in there.
we'll just use a bit of garlic. Easy. There you go, Soulstar. You happy? I'll be 1 sec.
So if you're vegetarian, I would suggest getting some capsicums and roast them off on your barbecue. We didn't really have that sort of time today, so Kristen doesn't have a barbecue. That's a good point. So we just simply put some roasted capsicums, because I like that little bit of extra flavour in there. But if you're vegetarian, roast off some beetroot, roast off some carrot, roast off some pumpkin, roast off some capsicum, roast off some onions, and you can make it all vegetarian. Eggplants is also very good to put in there. Yeah, zucchinis are also good. You can grill them up, cut them into slices, and you can layer them so you end up with a beautiful
Zucchinis are so good.
beautiful layered lasagna. Yeah, so I've just taken these and sliced them up. So what I'll do is on one layer, I'll put some red capsicum. You'll see as we go through. Nice.
Is your milk in the fridge?
No, because your mother told me to leave it downstairs.
Well, they can have coffee if we come. When do you have time?
You're not going to reach it. It's alright. I'll go with it. I'll go without my coffee. Yeah, I'll have a. That's alright. I'll just have a espresso and a little bit of ice.
You want an ice as well?
Yeah, that's okay.
Hard done by. Fresh espresso. I suppose I'll just have it with ice.
Yeah, what do you do, eh? What do you do? Oh, but now we managed to steal a bit of garlic in here. That's good.
Yeah, garlic. Soulstar might come back. Everything tastes good when it's roasted, so yum. Hey, Veronica. Yeah, you're right. I emailed to talk to the recruitment team for the community college. I'm proud of you, Tigress. That's really, really good. Alright, let me...
Yeah, so literally, I like to always have a little dish next to my pan so it doesn't make too much mess, like Kristen does on the floor.
There's the man that dropped like a litre of water on the floor earlier and just walked away from it.
Okay. She wins. I'll lose.
Yeah, exactly.
So got my roast capsicum, got my basil, got our nice little silver beet here, or English spinach, or numerous other things we probably call it.
Tier 1 sub
Chard.
to Noble Valor.
Chard we could.
Tigris Knox
If you're into
gifted
kale,
a
you can
tier
use
1
kale.
sub to Noble Valor.
Okay?
They have given
Don't want to spoil my
52
lasagna
gift
though,
subs
so we'll
in
leave
the
kale out of that.
Dad does not like kale.
Yeah, it's alright.
Dad's not a fan.
Good old tomato paste. For those who have some good nonners and grow tomatoes at home.
Tigris
Oh.
Knox
You can
gifted
have your
a
own
tier 1
tomato
sub to Memories
passata, but
Frost.
we
Tigris
just
Knox
buy one
gifted a
nice
tier
and
1
quick,
sub
nice and
to
easy.
Memories Frost. They have given 53 gift subs in the channel.
Oh my gosh. Sorry, I have my headset down. Tigress, thank you for the gifted sub to Nibble and to Mems. I super heckin' appreciate that. Thank you so much. I appreciate it so much, Tigress. Thank you for the support for the community and for myself. You're all very cute and very lovely, and I super heckin' appreciate you. Thank you, Tigress. Thank you.
It's a trap. Tricky Pingu gifted a tier 1
Right, so
sub
while
to
this
Veronica.
lasagna
Tricky
is
Pingu gifted a tier
going
1
away,
sub
you
to
can see there we've got
Veronica.
our
They have given
onion
16
and our
gift
mint
subs
and
in
our
the chat.
one lonely clove.
Say it again.
Our onion, our mint, and our one lonely clove of garlic.
Onion, mince, and singular clove.
One lonely clove of garlic.
Tricky, thank you for the gifted sub, Veronica. I really appreciate that. Veronica is a wonderful being in the community, and I really appreciate you supporting both of us by doing that. So thank you. Thank you. There's butter in there, so already, isn't there? Doing the whole thing.
Dairy free.
I know, but there's butter already in there. Remember the
I'd like to use this beautiful dairy butter, but Tom will get a little bit upset.
There's butter in the fridge. It's already good.
So I don't want to use this one.
Oh, you want to use that one? Is that your favourite?
No.
Is that your favourite?
Okay, gluten-free plain flour.
Thank you for the 100 bits as well, SNL Tiger. I appreciate you.
Kristen's made it awfully easy for me because she doesn't have scales.
I told him, anything you need, make sure you bring it with you, because I don't own it. And then 20 minutes before stream, he goes, do you have scales? And I was like, did you bring them with you?
No.
No.
I have scales in the caravan, but I left them there.
Yeah. Smart.
I have more cooking equipment in the caravan she has in her kitchen, but it's okay. So,
Because I didn't bring anything with me.
we won't talk about you, Kristen. Yes, we will.
Yes, you will.
So what we have to do is take our butter,
Take the butter and leave. Because it's delicious. Oh, God.
roughly. So we are making 2 litres of white sauce. So roughly 1 litre of white sauce is. You remember what it is?
Wait, what?
How much?
Sorry, I wasn't listening.
We're making 1 litre of white sauce. How do you make it? You forget, don't you?
I haven't made bechamel by myself ever.
Yeah.
I don't make lasagna. Tom likes it, not me.
So it's 100 grams of butter, basically 100 grams of flour to 1 litre. That'll make you a thick white sauce, but you have to turn the butter and flour into what we call a roux. Okay, so basically we melt butter, we mix the flour, we cook it till it's a light colour. Probably a little bit blondie like that. So it's just a light, because you've got a white sauce, so make like a blonde roux, and then we add warm milk. So what I do is I warm this milk in the microwave, because it's quicker. And then as it starts to blend together, we can just add some cold milk and we get the right consistency. Sometimes it's too thick, so there's always spare soy milk. So even though you make 2 litres, you might add an extra 100 ml to thin it out. If you haven't quite used enough butter, it might not be thick enough, so you'll add a bit less milk. So just play that on by ear, but it's literally 1 litre milk, 100 grams of fat, which can be lactose free, it can be butter, it can be oil, whatever you prefer, and 100 grams of flour, which again can be gluten-free or plain flour.
Hello, Hawkeye. Thank you for making it. If you need to sleep, please make sure you get sleep. It's so nice to see you, though. I hope you had a wonderful dinner with the family. I hope you were enjoying being up playing Eco last night. And Ether says, who needs kale when you have butter anyway? So there you go. Ether's on the same road as you.
Yeah.
Ether believes you. I think I've got a good community that if I don't go through with this college deal, I'll get smacked. So I've got to support the people who will smack me if I'm stupid. Tigress, we all believe in you very, very much. You've totally got this. If it's something that you want, you're gonna get it. This is the year for just doing the thing, because why not? You know? Do the things, why not?
Rad Mum made Rad Dad go back to school.
Yeah. Yes. Rad Mum makes Rad Dad do lots of things.
Garlic salt.
Garlic salt! Soul Star! Ether! Garlic salt!
That will help.
Hey?
That will help.
That will help. We need garlic salt.
Of course, we need pepper.
Yeah, sorry, I don't have any cooking pepper.
Oh, that's perfect. So lots of nice cracked pepper. Oh, nice more cookies. Oh.
That one broke, you'll have to eat it.
What?
I was gonna put my finger in.
So you can see all these cookies. We got plenty of cookies.
Once they cool down completely, Dad's gonna cryovac them, so they're gonna last a really long time. Easy. So they've got to be cooled down so they can be like. Otherwise, if you cryovac them when they're warm, that will not go down well.
No. Again, you can see. Oh, look at that. Sure, you can see that beautiful. Got it right.
Oh. Very good. Very nice.
Now we're here.
Now, it's okay. Okay.
Ego, help!
Oh no, we're getting a raid. Oh my god, it's Maddie.
Oh.
Oh no.
Pancakes!
Hi, Maddie. Hello, Maddie. Hello, Who Dat Dog. Hi, Mish. Hello, Foxy Kiss Demon. Hi, Josh. The Jazz Cats are here and they're hungry. Hello, Red Fox Princess. It's nice to meet you. Hi, Rashindi. How are you? Rowan, hi. It's nice to see you again. Ginormous. Love the name. Hello. We came here to eat. Welcome, Raiders. If you haven't been here before, my name is Kristen. If you prefer, you're welcome to call me Rad. And generally, we do a lot of like talking on this channel. Gaming is a big part in the background of all that conversation. Sometimes some crafts. And today, for one of the first times, we're doing a bit of cooking in the actual kitchen. My dad's here. This is my dad, Greg.
Hi.
My mum's behind the camera doing some ironing. I've got them both working today. And today we've already made cookies, which you guys might have noticed. I think it was up at the screen when you guys first raided in. And Dad's made some cookies. They're my favorite cookies. They're going to be part of a Australian snack raffle that's going to go up in my Discord. 4 winners from that one. I'll show everything that's going in that at the end of stream once we've done all the lasagna and stuff like that. And the lasagna we're making today is gluten-free and lactose-free because my partner, Tom, or as Maddie calls him, Tim, is lactose and gluten intolerant, and so is one of our friends that lives down here in Tasmania. So my dad's making it for both of them. But Maddie, how are you? How was your stram? What did you get up to today? Sigmoid Page, I hope I said that correctly. Thank you for the follow. You're officially a Spud Bud. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being you. Let me catch up on chat. I'm sorry, I'm getting over being sick, so you won't really see me get involved very much today because I don't want to like...
It's making me do all the work.
Yeah, he's the chef, so he's meant to be doing all the work. Hello, Fantasy Master Daddy. Good to see you. Good to see you. Maddie, how was your stream? Did we put the Maddie song in a special command? No, it's just in the exclamation song along with all the other songs. Oh, Maddie made pizza tonight. What was on the pizza? And Maddie also says, hello, Greg.
Hi, Maddie.
Hi, Maddie. Hello, Clark.
I like cheese.
Hold on, Maddie's just singing in the background.
We call it queso.
Oh, we love that one. Queso song's the best. Hi, Rennie. It's nice to see you. I hope you're doing good. I've got a bit of a headache, so I'm not putting my headset on. It's just sitting here. So I'm sorry if I'm missing things. But it's so good to have you guys here. I hope you're doing well. Please get comfortable. Dad's just going to talk through what he's doing as he's doing it. There'll be some things that'll get repeated. If you have questions, feel free to ask. We had people talking about, you know, what else you could do with the cookies earlier, and we've been talking about how to make bechamel sauce, which is what Dad's making behind us at the moment, along with the meat. So yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Don't be shy. But it's lovely to have you here. And Maddie, thank you for sharing your community. I really do appreciate that. It's so nice to have you here, as always. My beautiful husband. But look at these cookies. Look at them. They're bigger than RAD Dad.
Huge cookies.
Huge cookies. We get them out of the way though, so that RAD Dad can cook.
True.
But yeah, that'll be a part of the what's name in the Discord that I'll put up hopefully later tonight. Yeah, I'm making coffee, so I'm gonna have my back to you for a little bit. Please feel free to get comfy and cozy and chat.
I'm making it work. She has to make me
That is
coffee.
yours. It did have ice in it, it's probably already melted.
I come back cookies.
Everyone is in chat demanding cookies, by the way.
Everyone's demanding cookies.
Everyone's demanding cookies.
I suppose we should stand there and eat those cookies, should we?
Oh, we should. We should definitely. We should stand directly in front of the camera and eat the cookies. There'll be no sound because you won't be able to hear from that far away, but they'll have a nice close-up of us eating them. Delicious.
Delicious cookies.
Delicious cookies. So the reason Dad is making these cookies to go alongside the Australian snack raffle is because this is one of my favorite things. You know, my dad being a chef, he made lots and lots and lots of food for us in my life, and a lot of it we took to school as lunches and snacks and things like that. We didn't get a whole lot of like packet stuff. There's a lot of like sandwiches and mum and dad would make cookies and muffins
your mum used
and
to make
quiches
muffins and slices and cakes and
things that survived in a lunchbox for, you know, a good 6 hours. So yeah, there's a lot of things that I just, you know, I had them because, you know, you'd switch things with your friends and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, people didn't think you fed her. Oh.
I'm just always hungry.
What a spoon.
Yeah, that came with it too.
So as I said, we've got, normally with 100 grams, we've got 200 grams of our non-dairy butter here.
I'm making coffee. Sorry, give me a sec. That'll be done in just a moment. Maddie, would you like a coffee? How do you take your coffee, honey? Sorry, please continue. Start again.
So, and then I've got, because of course we've got scales here, so everything's measured beautifully.
We don't. It's a lie.
don't. So you've got to take,
Dad's a professional.
well, hopefully, we take the flour and the butter or fat, and we mix it together. Now, if you don't have scales because your daughter's dodgy and she has no scales in her house.
I moved from Victoria and only brought what I needed,
I know.
okay?
You'll notice that if you get the right ratio, it actually starts to look like a bit of a dough because it's 50% basically butter, 50% flour, so you get a nice little ratio. I usually just add a little bit more just for good luck. Okay, and we just mix that all together. So that's combined, and then we have to cook it out a little bit on the stove. And then this basically will thicken our milk and turn it into a nice white sauce. We hope.
That is the objective.
That's the objective.
It's a really nice kitchen, yeah, Panther. Like I said, I'm very lucky to be here and safe thanks to Zoli. It's a really nice place for sure. Really nice place for sure.
Now it's nice to have a wooden spoon. As you can see, this is not a wooden spoon. But
what did I say? Anything you need, bring it with you.
So what we do with that is we let the heat get to that butter and flour and we just mix it around a little bit. Then I'll add my milk, which I've gently warmed in the microwave. You could warm it in a pot, but for this, it's just quick enough to do it in the microwave. And then of course our extra milk, because we've got to keep adding it. It's got to be really thick. It'll look like double cream, runny, thickened cream when it's done.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Thick and cream. You can also put an onion in there. You can put a bit of clove in there to add some extra flavour. But because we use a lot of herbs and we've got the roast capsicum and the silver beet, we don't need a lot. You can see here we're starting to sizzle away nicely. Okay, don't worry too much about that little bit of liquid that comes out because a little bit of fat is flavour. Oh, you can see there, yeah, nice. Looking good.
See, how am I meant to do this by myself? I need a camera person. Hey, Logic Buster, nice to see you. How you going? Dodgy daughter? What do you mean, Combo? That's just mean. I'm not dodgy. I'm just a potato.
Potato.
Just a potato.
Brad Mum loves potato.
I desired that knife. Do you guys want to see Dad's knife? You can wipe it off.
Oh.
See, I've never understood why this knife exists. But I think you guys are really going to enjoy the engraving. When I show them, do you want to explain the engraving?
It's just a brand name.
I said when I show them, you don't have to do it straight away. Fucking hell, you ruined it. What a great brand name.
What's his name?
F Dick.
Yeah, it's actually my dad's real name. Fucking Dick.
Fucking dick. Fuck dick, fat dick.
Poopy face. Hey Rad, this is delightful. Lysine, you're delightful. How you going? How you going? Yeah, it's actually a really nice knife. It's just hilarious. Like, what a great brand name. You name your knives? Hello, Colonialist. How you going? It's just a brand name. Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, well, it's just bigger. This is the normal one. Look, see? So it's slightly bigger. That's the old style one.
I'll show you. Oh, explain them.
This is different. Finchnox, they're both German knives. They're just a different brand, that's all. This one's just a higher, and it's got a metal handle on it, so it's got 3 forged. So this is very old style. This is a plastic handle, which is more hygienic, they say, but it's a bit more
I have my
slippery.
thoughts on that.
Then there's the old wooden one. Kristen's still got one of our old wooden handle ones. It's a bit dry. It's very old. That'd be 25 years old, that knife.
It'd probably be older than me, actually.
Yeah, been around for a while, so you can see it goes in through the timber. The timber does dry up over the years, unfortunately.
Nothing lasts forever. You don't name your knives? Every good weapon, I mean tool, needs a knife. I need a name. I mean, we can name things now if you want. If you really, really want to, Nibble. Nibble, what would you call the knives? My knives are all just named Stimmy Stab. That's what Nungi said. All of Nungi's knives are just Stimmy Stab. Colonialist, I totally get naming your tools. Colonialist does woodworking.
Oh, nice.
I don't know if I'll be able to find it. Have you got Discord on this thing?
Yeah. Oh, your mother's got it. I'm sure it's on mine.
Is it on this one? I'll see if I can find, because you shared it in the Discord, didn't you? From memory. My big chain score is actually named Husky Varna. Oh, you don't have it.
Okay,
Sorry. You did, yeah. All right. I'll try and find it then. And I'll show Dad, because Dad would love that. I'm actually thinking about art history, ironically.
Right, tomato paste.
Oh, yeah. You'll have to remember to talk to the camera.
Yeah, tomato paste. It's up to yourself, but for a kilo of mince, I'm not sure how much is even in this jar, 500 grams. I would use at least 100 grams for a kilo of mince. I like mine pretty rich, so don't be shy.
So how much are you putting in there for a kilo?
Oh, there's 2 kilo in here, so about 200 grams.
Oh, cool. So 100 grams per kilo, approximately.
Yeah, thereabouts. You can make it a bit more or less, depending. I like mine really rich and tomatoey.
Nice.
Depends when you got some anonymous tomato sauce. I don't, unfortunately.
Yes. No Nonna tomato sauce. B-Way didn't send it, which was really rude, so it is what it is. It is what it is. I'll just have to have a chat to B-Way later about it. It's really mean. See, it's hard to know whether or not B-Way is there, still listening, and hearing me throw shade at him.
Sure, what are they?
So he might be. My turkey cutter chainsaw is named Beth. Oh dear.
Say turkey cutting chainsaw. One way to keep the population down.
Turkey cutting chainsaw. I'm getting so many images in my head. Not today, Colonialist. So that'd be 1.5 ounces per pound approximately. Got it. Yeah, Rennie, I suppose that'd be about it.
What's up?
Pound is 2.2 kilos.
It's 2.2 kilo.
Per pound?
2.2 pound or kilo.
To a kilo. Oh shit.
The 1 kilo is
do
2.2 pounds. I've got a converter on that.
Yeah, that's great. Don't know how to use it and you're busy, so.
You can try to use it.
And
And then tomato passata.
tomato passata.
Yeah. As I said, you probably need one of these, which is roughly 750 grams.
So 100 mils is 3.4 fluid ounces. And 1 kilo is 2.2 pound. So to approximately 2 pounds would be approximately 3 fluid ounces. So if that helps.
Now I always just rinse these out with a little bit of water. Oh no.
You're making a mess. What the heck? It's just a 12-inch chain, so we rate it as a turkey cutter. Okay, colonialist. I still have questions. Husqvarna is a 42-inch mill chainsaw.
Oh, Husky.
Yeah.
We get Husqvarna.
That's what he called it though. That's its name, Husqvarna. Adorable. Oddly adorable. I love it. I love it. Great name. Absolutely great name. All right, where are we? Life. Where's colonialist?
Where are we? Damn, what are we doing?
There you are. From not today colonialist. Oh, here we go. So this is some of the work that they've done.
Oh, beautiful.
Yes, they do wood carving. That's one that he's actually done. Progress Pride colours on new house posts for one of the schools. Yeah, so absolutely stunning work. For anyone that wants to see it, if you go into the Discord in the Life Food and Fitness channel and scroll up a bit, back on the 28th of December, Colonialists shared a bunch of their work. Absolutely stunning stuff. I can't wait to see the one that you were waiting until it was unveiled. You said that there was one you were waiting to be unveiled until you could show it, and that one sounded amazing. Who Dat Dog says it must depend if the turkey is up the tree. I don't think that's part of it, Who Dat Dog, but I like the way you're thinking. Aren't all chainsaws capable of cutting turkeys? I think you're right, Nungi.
Right, so the white sauce. So you got that buttered flour and you got milk, and you just slowly try and bring it all together. Okay, and as it obviously starts to combine together, add some more. It will be very, very, very thick at this stage. It will literally be like glue, but that's okay. Keep adding more. Just mix it around. I'm just going to put it back on the heat because I've got to keep warming it up, keep it nice and warm.
It's very thick with 2 C's, yes, definitely.
Yeah, at this stage it's only got about 500 mils, it's still got a litre and a half to go.
I love that you cook the flour and the fat first. My mum puts the flour and butter in first and then gets lumps.
You got to keep it warm and you got to mix it slowly.
Warm and slow. You heard it here first. SDR Talks, hello, yes, food today. Food today. Dad in the kitchen, Dad's a chef. Ask away. I'm just here. I'm here so he's not alone. We're cooking lasagna. Gluten-free and lactose-free. Which is always exciting. Always good to be able to accommodate people's like food needs and things like that. We've got quite a lot of people in the community, as with most communities, that are have like food allergies and just allergies in general. And many people who've hung out here for even a small amount of time know how I feel about people that don't respect that.
You can still eat food just as good.
Yeah, definitely. Tigress, I'm really excited for you. I really hope that you get to do what you want to do. I didn't even have a coffee this morning. It was my first coffee today. day at 2:30 p.m.
Wow.
Totally normal time to have a coffee.
Late one.
Yeah, I made Tom a coffee this morning, then I couldn't be bothered making myself one. But then you wanted a coffee, so I had to.
Oh, because you made me make cookies.
Yes.
Have cookies. You
For
got to
everyone's benefit, not just mine.
have cookies.
Many people will benefit from the cookies.
Yeah, you got to have cookies. You got to have coffee.
You got some exciting news yesterday. What's going on, Colonialist? And how did the piece that was still being unveiled, how did that all go?
Salt, pepper.
Salt, pepper, salt, pepper. Yeah. Where'd you put the pepper? Oh, okay.
Is that all you've got to do?
No, there's heaps to replace it. Do you need...
I mean, you know, have you spiced it?
No, I moved with nothing. How many times do I have to tell you that? There are a few things. What spices do you want, though?
I don't know. Let's have a look, see what's in there.
Not much there.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Mixed herbs.
Use that. No, can't put it in. That's alright, it's nice.
I've got a bunch of different like hot sauces, chili oil, got honey vinegar.
Oh, you okay destroying Tom's lasagna.
I'm just letting you know what I have. Got Bloody Mary relish. Got beans.
Oh, nice.
Got beans. Like beans. It's a big fucking jar of paprika. Wait, what? Jar of paprika?
Yeah, because you've got to put paprika on top of your lasagna.
Oh, I didn't see it.
See?
I need paprika, thank you. Do I get to keep that?
You have to check with Red Mum. Look, she's like, yeah. Yeah, so we have to put some paprika on top of lasagna. Nice. We'll get that all going soon. I've got to make room here.
Yeah, talks, coffee and cookies. That's why we ended up making coffee, was because, ooh, coffee and cookies. That sounds good. We've only had one each because they are all destined for other people.
Maybe.
Sadly.
We say we made 24, or was it 20, or was it 16? Was there only
I
4?
think there was only like 5.
Oh,
It's like one for each person and then an extra one for Noble. You know? We got shortlisted for a large project with a hospital. We compete with 2 other artists and give our proposal for what we were going to do. Ooh, Colonialist, that's really exciting. Ducky Daku, hello, how you going? It's nice to see you. Damn, what do you tone your hair with? I haven't yet. I actually haven't toned my hair yet at all. It's just raw from being lightened still. But do as I say and not as I do. Don't lighten your hair twice within a short period. You see where it lifts? You live with that for 4 to 6 weeks and then you do it again. Okay? My hair is short enough that it doesn't matter. But everyone else in here, don't do it. Alright? In 4 to 6 weeks, I cut it all off and start again. Yeah, well, the thing for me is, I don't mind, like my hair is short, but I'm talking about the lovely people that have beautiful long hair and they want it to be platinum blonde. There are stages. You will be, you know, depending on where you start from, you could be browns and maroons and gingers and coppers before you even get the chance to see a yellow tone. We've all just got to deal with what we start with if we're lightening hair. It's a process. Like everything in life, it's a process. Daku, yeah, it's just the way that it is. Yeah, I ran out of time. I was gonna color it, like tone it today. I just ran out of time when I'll bugger it. Maybe I'll just be blonde for a couple of weeks and then I'll do it later. You know? Hey, Gothic lady, how you going? And Daku, how are you? How are you? Mine. Daku is the one that lives, was living close to me in Melbourne.
Oh, okay.
And Nungi and I used to go over for like different events.
Yeah.
Whatever, for their kids' birthdays and stuff like that. I don't remember if you've met Daku.
Oh.
SNL Tiger, you're lovely. Turned that around, didn't I? You should go platinum blonde. Nungi, it's a lot of maintenance. Wouldn't recommend it. Would never recommend it. I would remember. Yeah, I figured as much, Darko. I was like, you'd remember. I'm terrible. Remember anything. Do you need a... Dad? Do you need something?
Oh, I had a tea towel. I don't know what to do with it.
You had a tea towel and you don't know what you did with it. That's a new one that I grabbed, but you welcome to use
You
it.
took the cat one off me.
I didn't take anything. I literally didn't touch anything. Just take that one.
Found it.
I'm getting blamed for things. The cat one, just use that one. That'll actually absorb. The cat one doesn't really absorb. It was a gift, and it's got kitties on it.
It's got kitties on it.
It's making me hungry. I haven't eaten in a while. It's about
So there
noon.
was a mint.
Oh, it's currently 9:30. Tigress, make sure you get some food in you. All right, let me show you guys how we're doing.
That's that nice, rich tomato mince.
So for anyone that might have just turned up, what have you done so far with the mince?
So onion, diced some onion, fried off some onion, fried off some mixed herbs, fried off, one garlic, just
One singular garlic. We didn't have garlic.
forgot garlic. And then a couple of kilo of mince, about 80% fat. Oh, sorry, 80% beef, 20%.
80% fat! I'm gonna be sick!
No, sorry.
20% fat!
20% fat mince, which could be beef and pork, could be pork and veal, could be pork and beef, whatever you prefer, whatever mix you like.
Whatever floats your boat.
Okay, fry that up so it's nice, a little bit brown, and then about 250 grams of tomato paste, mix it through, and then a couple of good jars of passata, and let it simmer. Bit of a trick here that is sugar. So your tomato often gets really, really bitter, so a little bit of sugar to sweeten it up. So
How much per kilo?
Probably a couple of tablespoons is all you need for a kilo at the most. 1 tablespoon per kilo, thereabouts. Just adds a
So
little
not
bit
much.
of, not much, just adds a little bit of sweetness. Takes away some of that bitterness.
What's passata? You
So
want to
it's
talk to them?
basically just pureed tomato. It's basically just like pureed tomato. The old nonnas would take all tomatoes, cook them all up, make them into tomato sauce, put them in jars. You can buy it at the shopping centre. It usually just says tomato passata, which is just plain. You can buy some with garlic in it, some with herbs in it.
Yeah, some of them can be quite...
I just use plain, but the ones with herbs and garlic are great. There's nothing wrong with them. They're fantastic. They are really nice.
Words don't always mean fancy. Sometimes they're just, words from like traditional
You can use, instead of this, you can use,
crushed tomatoes.
yeah, diced tomatoes.
Goodness me, it's SPC.
Goodness me, it's SPC. So you can just use diced tomatoes, that's fine.
It's a jarred sauce. It's not necessarily a jarred sauce.
No.
It is a jar. It's jarred, prepared tomatoes. They're
This
like
is
crushed
just, this
and
is
blended.
just, yeah, this is just blended tomatoes. That's all
They're
it
just
is.
blended
Oh,
tomatoes.
I wonder where
Yeah.
I learned that.
This is 100%
Rad
tomatoes.
Yeah, it's just tomatoes. It's just the way that it's prepared.
You can get fresh tomatoes and you can boil them up and you can blend them and you can pass them and you can use those.
And then you just have,
The-
you'd have made
The
passata.
difference is these are cooked down a little bit, so they've got a bit more richness to them, and they're not full of too much liquid. They're quite thick.
Amanda says, I can't hear you, but I wanted to say hi and I love you and I'll watch the vlog
Why can't
later."
Amanda hear me?
Amanda,
Is she deaf?
Dad is asking why you can't hear him. Are you deaf? Enjoy your work. Thank you for explaining to the silly American. Tiger, you're not silly. Don't stress. Not everyone cooks. Not everyone, deals with food all the time. Don't stress, please. Ask questions. Get information out of Dad while he's here. This is the best time. There's nothing more valuable than having someone explain it to you where you can ask follow-up questions. Amanda has a cute flopped ear. 1337 this from being to 1337. Are you saying leet? Darku, shut up. That's awful. Stop it. I will tell your kids what you're saying in chat. Don't you fucking capper in here. I'll get them to punish it, alright? I might not be able to smack you, but they can smack you. Oh.
That's just I told this one to put butter under chicken skin, and I didn't think to say to put 100 grams of butter for a whole chicken. She used 250 grams for one chicken.
It was the most delicious chicken I've ever had in my life.
Yeah.
Very crispy skin.
Half a dozen of those chickens, you'll die of a heart attack. Anyway.
You know, if you have them in too quick a succession, maybe. I wasn't planning on having many of them, to be fair. You had yummy chicken today. What did you have today, Colonialist? What did you have today? Oh, I gotta check the battery on the phone, make sure it's okay.
We're gonna run out, are we?
Nah. Just making sure that it's doing alright.
Won't be long, we'll start putting this together.
Yeah, it's alright. It's alright.
It's alright. We'll have to check Selena's cleaning.
Hey, I know, I saw it and I was like, oh, I can't bother watching that.
Looks like
It's alright, that's how she wanted it. She can have it back there.
yeah, she's getting the bake that way. She complains about the dark picture in there. That's beautiful.
Chicken breast with a mix of herbs, garlic, and some noodles with cauliflower and broccoli. Nice. What kind of noodles, do you know? What's everyone's favorite, like, go-to meal? I want, like, your easy go-to meal and, like, your favorite meal. So they can be the same, they can be
You have a
different.
vote.
Oh,
His favourite go-to meal.
I can put yours up and they can vote on your favorite. But do you, I mean like that you make as well, Tigress? You know? Something that you make. Easy meal would be tendies in a wrap with a salad. Yeah, nice. Keto type noodles, like the corkscrew ones, like pasta. Like corkscrew pasta, like, you know, like 1 to 2 inches long type pasta. I don't eat stock infused deep rice with frozen veg is easy and nice though. Wait, you don't eat ether? I'm confused. You've seen all the cooking that I do, lol. Well, as long as you enjoy those Hot Pockets, is that your easy go-to? Ooh, Torx makes a homemade spicy ramen. Oh my gosh.
Oh, ramen.
Please make me some. I love ramen. The swirly ones? Okay, so yeah, we don't call those noodles, we call those pasta. We call that pasta here. But that sounds delicious. So it's just like a chicken pasta with broccoli and cauliflower. Always good. Bugger all appetite on the meds that I'm on. Okay, fair enough. Sigmoid Page says easy one would be baked salmon with red beans and rice. That's a favorite. Would be chicken stir fry with pork fried rice. I like it. Double meat.
Nothing wrong with double meat.
Tigress likes doing pasta and sauce. Feels weird though because it's always jarred sauce. There's nothing wrong with that.
Some good stuff out there these days.
Yeah, it's even in the last like 5 years, let alone the last 10, let alone the last like 15. Like the food available to you that's kind of half pre-prepared has increased in like actual nutritional value by an exponential amount.
Oh, some of
It
the
used to be absolutely horrendous.
some of the curry paste are as good as making it yourself.
Oh, 100%. And it means that you're wasting a lot less because you've got one thing in your cupboard that you can use for 2 to 3 things rather than 25 different spices that ultimately a lot of people don't know what to do with and they go off. They have an expiry date on them.
There's only the two of us now, and we often will just buy a little jar of a good curry paste because otherwise you've got to have this much ingredients.
And they live in a caravan now.
And it's expensive and it goes to waste. So
It's beautiful and it's wonderful to be able to do and it's great to learn, but it's not necessarily something you can always
sometimes
do.
convenience, flavour, and nutrition, some of those little stuff's really good.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, that's like, where's your cider one in here?
Yeah, I grabbed that.
You're going to be really fancy instead of using the bottles. This is 100% Australian organic tomato, so sustainably farmed, locally grown, beautiful. I mean, that's, and you get that.
And the packaging's all recyclable.
Many countries
as
do
well.
their own, it's all recyclable packaging, so it's just you're going to pay a little bit more money. So.
But what I ended up doing that night when I made all that, I actually ended up roasting everything in one plate and then it created a stock and I went, fuck it, that's a sauce. And I didn't bother using it, so now I've just got it there for next time. They live in a caravan. You guys should still call them caravans, I believe.
Yeah, they call-
motorhome?
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's not an RV. It's not like you drive and you get out of the seat and you walk to the back. It's a car and they're towing a caravan.
Do you have a photo of it?
Yeah, I can grab a photo of it. Hello, just in case. We are... That spreadsheet mug makes me think. Thank you. I love this. So one of my moderators found this, Justin. And they told me that I had no choice but to put it on my wish list. And as soon as it got put on there, it got bought for me. Because I like spreadsheets. Freaking the sheets. That's the mug I gave you. So I gave it to Dad. As a teacher, he probably is too. I think easy would be grilled cheese and tomato soup, but not any other stuff. I mean, that's a great one, Who Dat Dog. That's a very classic one. They live in a what? Like a fifth wheel? No. Let me try and grab like a picture of a caravan. I can't show it on stream, but I can just give you guys a picture link to go to.
You got one?
Oh, I can go to your Instagram. It's probably a good idea, isn't it? Go to your Instagram and get a link to one of your posts. That would be smart. Something better. I can just hear like crackling.
It's just the sauce.
Give me just a sec. Mum and Dad have previously many times shared their caravan and stuff like that. Shared pictures. So let me just copy this link. This is their rooftop tent. This is their rooftop tent that they often will travel around in when it's easier to just go full driving and stuff like that. So that's their rooftop tent on top of their Land Cruiser. And one of these should have a picture. Oh, there you go. There's a picture of the caravan. That's an alright one, isn't it?
Yep.
Just copy that link. This next one that I'm putting in there is a picture of their car with the caravan behind it, the awnings out, things like that. So yeah, my parents live in a caravan, which is the second time in their life that they're doing this. They love to travel. So yeah. Your real life nomads, I'd love to hear about those adventures. Darku, Mum and Dad are coming down for April, which I know is part of that will be Make-A-Wish. So it might be a bit hard for you to get your ass down here for a weekend or something, but that would have been my suggestion. It's called fifth wheel travel trailers here in the US. Interesting. Make-A-Wish is the 7th to the 10th. Oh, thank the Lord for that. Okay, fantastic.
Oh, that's Easter.
Yeah, that's when Darky does it. So if you want to treat yourself to a holiday after all that hard work, get your ass down here to Tasmania and you can hang out with me and Mum and Dad, have a drink, and you can talk to them all about their adventures. Bring Miss Fiji, leave the kids at home. Leave the kids at home, come for a couples weekend, come hang out. I'm taking my business management Excel course in uni this semester, so that's really awesome. Just in case, definitely get yourself one of those mugs. They're amazing. They're amazing. I love a good mug. I don't have mugs that match. All my mugs are just like cute or funny mugs.
All right, we got this white sauce pretty.
Oh yeah.
You're
Back
right.
to the cooking.
Back to the cooking. Yeah, I've been working away in the background here. But I can't make it any faster. You can see that the butter and the flour, the roux, takes the milk and thickens it up. So it makes it nice, like a big, what we call goopy sauce.
We do like goop in this community.
We do. And this really, there's no salt, no pepper at all in here. There is some salt in even dairy-free will have salt in there.
Dairy-free, like butters and stuff like that.
Yeah, you can use nut legs, there's a few different ones.
They always have butter in them. It's like a stabilizer.
Yeah, because there's a lot of seasoning in here, right? And we add different layers, and we add cheese to different layers, which again can be, even though it's lactose-free, it's got salt in there. We do put some pepper in each layer, some nice paprika on the top. So we're going to put it all together now, I think.
Time to layer it up. I need to go eat, but I don't want to miss anything. You can always rewatch the VOD. Please make sure you're looking after yourself. Olive spread. Darku, funnily enough, olive spread has milk solids in it. There's very few that don't.
Yeah, you got to make sure it says dairy free.
Yeah, a lot of the olive spreads actually have milk solids in them. Which is interesting, because you look at it and you're like, oh, it must be dairy free, it's an olive spread. But it's a lot of the time it's not.
So, you know, cheese depending, it's getting better and better. Bega's a good old Australian cheese, and they started to make lactose free now, so I grabbed a bit of theirs to see how it goes. Bit of tasty, and we've got some pizza blend to the top of it.
Liddell's is something we've used a lot. Liddell's is, you know,
Yeah.
I'm not an advocate for them or anything like that, but their cheese is something that we've used quite a lot. Delicious. Tastes exactly the same, it's just had the lactose.
Again, it's Australian. Whatever country you'll find your dairy free will have different ones.
Yeah. And if
yeah.
you're afraid, if you're someone that's like, oh my god, dairy free, ooh, that must taste disgusting. Maybe 10 years ago, perhaps, but now there's so many options. You know, there's ones that are literally just cheese that are lactose free. There's ones that are made from coconut. There's ones that's made from soy. Like, there's so many different ways that you can have lactose free, dairy free cheeses. Yeah, so. Hey, Dad's Life, how you going? This is my dad. This is Rad Dad, this is Greg.
How you going?
And we're cooking together today. And by cooking together, I'm just here. I'm sick, so I'm trying not to touch anything. Just sitting off to the sidelines. I might actually bring this a bit closer to this part so that people can watch what you're doing a little bit easier, if that's all right.
Yeah, I'm just getting everything set up.
That's all right with you.
Oh, cheese. And again, these days, if you fed gluten-free, lactose-free lasagna to most people, they wouldn't notice the difference.
They wouldn't even know.
No, it's very, it's really quite good. The fresh lasagna, it's eggs and rice flour, so obviously no gluten in it, but it's a very, very good product. That's as good as you'll make it by hand, especially when it's gluten-free. So easy.
Darky's saying that if there's no good vegan cheese by the time he retires, he's going to invent one.
Vegan cheese. It'll never taste the same as real cheese, but they do a good job these days.
A lot of the time, people that aren't eating it, it's because they don't like the taste of it anyway. Yeah. So you want it to be a very similar like texture and experience, but the flavor itself is always going to be different. There's a reason for that. It is not the same product. You're just creating something that can be used in the same way as that other product. Also, one of my wifeys is here, the OG wife, Nigel, Lizzie. Lizzie is Lizzie from New Zealand.
Okay.
So, hi, Rad Dad. Hi, Rad. Rad Mum is here as well. Rad Mum's just off reading things while we do our shenanigans. So I'm going to swing around. And you say hello to Rad Mum. Say hi, Rad Mum.
Hi, everyone.
Sorry about the colour difference. It's currently set to warm fluorescent, which means over there it's very cool. So sorry about the colour difference there.
All right, let's get serious.
Oh, yeah, he wasn't serious before.
No, serious. So I got a knife for Christian. I've got these under the hot. You can see the beautiful mince. Look at that. Oh. Lovely and mincy.
All right, that should be a good sort of place where they can see.
Yeah.
They can see what you're doing.
So basically, I just start a couple of lasagna sheets on the bottom, and then just take some mince and spread it out. Be nice and liberal.
Hi, Bluty. Lasagna is good. I want it to taste like cheese without needing animals to fart. Darku, here in Tassie, there's a great guy that makes soy-based cheeses. He makes a feta and a brie. The feta is fucking divine. Tastes exactly the same as any other feta. Delicious. So if you want to try that one, yeah, it might be a good place to start.
Nice. Now I just take some of the basil. This is where you take these beautiful fresh herbs. No, don't cut them up at all. Just sprinkle them through. They're just beautiful.
Bluty says it's a smelly family. Bluty, we all showered this morning.
Yeah.
Okay. Bluty calls me smelly. So.
Bit rude.
Yeah. Bluty, see, that's such a rude.
Just sprinkle some cheese in there. Look at that. Oh, yummy. Bit liberal. I like cheese. Tom likes cheese.
Tom loves cheese.
Everybody likes cheese.
Everybody likes cheese.
No, I like to just put a little bit of cracked pepper through mine, as long as I'm not making it for Rad Mum, because she doesn't like the cracked pepper through it. Okay, in the sauce, but not too much.
Fair enough.
Not too much.
Hello, Ego. Ego, we made cookies. Hold on, I'm going to show Ego the cookies we made. Ego, you're going to be getting some of these too. I'm going to send some to all of my mods. But there's going to be a couple put into the raffle. The snack raffle. Now that these are made, I can do the snack raffle. We've got all of our stuff. So, ready to go. We can put the competition up now. How are you, Ego? You're done for the week, yeah? You had a couple of days off? How was work? How are you? We miss you. We love you. Hi, Ego. Bluty, how are you, by the way? I love you, Smelly. Enjoy. Bluty, I appreciate you. Thank you for popping in and saying hello. I hope you have a wonderful day.
We just keep laying another pasta, more mince.
It's all about the layers.
It's all about the layers. Layer upon layer upon layer. Oh, there's a bit of garlic in there.
Which one's that for?
Just a little bit of garlic in there.
Tiny bit. There's only one clove in this whole thing because somebody forgot bloody garlic.
Don't know who did that. I think that was Kristen.
Yeah, sure.
Right, so now in this lovely layer, you might take, look at that, nice big, look at that beautiful big leaf.
Just one leaf. It all fits.
Look at
How
that.
amazing is that? Oh my
Unbelievable.
gosh. Gonna love it.
Right,
Gonna love
beautiful.
friends with amazing vegetable gardens.
So this is not something you would obviously normally do with your meat lasagna.
Soulstar says Jesus, the old Sarah Lee reference.
Sarah Lee reference, what did I say?
What did he say, Soulstar? I wasn't listening to him. He just like goes on sometimes and I just tune him out. And he does the same thing to himself, so he can't be mad. Nigel has a question for you, right,
Yes.
Dad? How does it feel to know that you're the dad of the most beautiful woman in the world?
Oh, I'm proud, very proud. Feel very lucky.
God damn it, wifey, why you do this? We need to hear him say a dad joke.
Oh, really?
Oh, Panther, welcome home. You're home. Layers are very important with green chalet chicken enchiladas as well. What spices do you think everyone should have in the kitchen as a base?
Oh, paprika, sumac, cumin, coriander.
These are all dried ones?
Yep. Chili. What else would we need? Well, salt and pepper's a bit obvious. Said paprika, smoked paprika, cumin, coriander, sumac, Chinese spice. What else?
Salt and pepper.
Yeah, salt and pepper. You'll get most stuff out of that. And just some sort of Italian mixed herbs are always good because any sort of your pasta dish, if you've got nothing, you'll throw those in.
If
They're
you
always-
can't, for whatever reason, find fresh stuff,
Yep.
and it's also still good to use.
It's always good to use. Now you can see this layer here, I've put in the silver beet, but I've also put the red capsicum because it's a little bit of moisture which will add to it. And I'm going to make sure I sprinkle some tasty cheese on here because it also helps the lasagna sheets stick. You're going to have this really nice sort of fresh layer in the middle of your meaty lasagna.
So cumin, smoked paprika, sumac, Chinese spice, salt, pepper,
Coriander. I know I'm missing something. It's always good to have some powdered ginger and powdered garlic as well.
Yep.
Mixed spice. Allspice. Because then if you make anything sweet. Anything
So
else
like
would?
allspice? Yeah, allspice.
Is your mother listening?
Mama?
I missed anything else there? Just
I'm
for
gonna go through the
basic,
list.
basic spices.
So we've got coriander, mixed herbs, powdered ginger, powdered garlic, cumin, smoked paprika, sumac, Chinese spice, allspice, salt and pepper. Anything else you can think of?
Turmeric.
Turmeric.
Yeah,
Turmeric's another really good one.
Turmeric's, I mean, you can whack a whole bunch of turmeric in this mince. Really good, really healthy for you.
So that is, they're the what's their beetroot leaves, aren't they?
These is actually the
chard?
silver beet and
The
chard.
silver beet and chard. Cool.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I see wifey. I've got to call her the most beautiful woman in the world. Right back at you, Lizzie. I love and appreciate you, wifey. Layer upon layer upon layer. See, there's a Sarah Lee reference.
Oh, layer upon layer upon layer.
I hope that helps, Tigress. What was the giant green leaf? I missed it. Hello, Amazon 42.
Silver beet.
Silver beet. As we finish up, Dad will go back through what he's done and why and how it's layered through and all that sort of jazz.
Even about this time here, about now.
So, Who Dat Dog, oregano is a good one, but that would be part of the mixed herbs.
Yeah.
Because once you get to like all of your green type herbs, if you start buying them singularly, you're not looking at a base, you're looking at a full library.
You're going to end up with oregano, thyme.
Yeah.
You're going to dried basil, dried rosemary.
You're looking at a lot of a huge
just
library.
For simple Italian herbs, can't go wrong.
Yeah. I just put mixed herbs because
Mixed herbs, yeah.
Which is also known as chard, apparently, a fact that I learned this morning, silver beet. Yeah, that's why we said both. We're trying to say like both names for things, or many names for things.
It's like eggplant, it's aubergine, zucchini, courgette.
Courgette, yeah.
So there's different.
As you called it.
We call it oregano.
Eggplant's a dildo.
Oregano. Oh yeah, the eggplant is it. That's right. It's a dildo.
Eggplant light is a dildo light. You know, it's just what happens apparently. I have oregano because I like it on sandwiches. Ooh, Tigress, what do you make with your sandwich? When do you put oregano on it?
Fresh.
I love how much yellow is on this screen. Look, you know how much I like this shirt? It's not my fault.
Oh, look, I'm yellow too. Yellow shorts too.
Yellow shorts. I was gonna say what colour your underwear, but knowing you, you'd be like, look at this colour. And fucking dack yourself.
Those SpongeBob SquarePants today? No.
Oh, God.
Batman? No.
Batman.
You don't have a ladle, do you?
Ladle?
So, no cross-contamination here because let's face it, no one's vegetarian, don't worry about it.
Yeah, no. We're making the same thing for the same people with the same allergies. So
That's right.
we don't have to worry about that.
So we just take some of this white sauce. Around about now in the middle, I just like to put a little bit in there because let's face
That's
it.
right, we're only in the middle, baby.
We're in the middle. We just take some of this. I prefer my white sauce really to be on top most of it. It's nice to just put some
But he's not making it for himself, and so you have to put the white sauce in the middle as well.
Yeah.
I just had a garlic bolognese sandwich. Wait, bologna? Bologna or bolognese sandwich while waiting for my hot pocket to cook. And Tigress uses dried oregano, adding a bit of flavour to sandwiches.
Yeah, dried oregano is great.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Oh, Egro, thank you for the shout outs. Did I miss your response? Are you got a couple of days off? You got a couple of days off now? Alright. While you're layering up the next one, do you want to talk through what you actually did? Just for anyone that might just have only just popped in.
From the start, see if I can remember.
Yeah. Test time, baby!
Test time. So a bit of onion. Okay, so basically had 2 kilos of mince here, so I used 2 nice large onions. And dice the onions up.
Let's pretend there was garlic.
Pretend there was garlic. You probably want a good half a dozen cloves of garlic, or we didn't find any garlic today, but that's okay. So 2 large onions, half a dozen garlic cloves. Just lightly fry that off in some oil. Any oil, extra virgin olive oil I prefer. But you can use vegetable oil, you can use almond oil, you can use safflower, sunflower. Doesn't really matter, any oil you want. And then you add your mince. Mince could be 100% beef, pork and beef, veal, beef, whatever. If you're into chicken, you want to make a chicken lasagna, that's fine.
Turkey as well.
Turkey as well.
But you'd have to add your fat back in because they're both very, very low on fat.
If you had turkey mince, I would fry some bacon in there.
Yeah, you need fat somewhere in there.
So you can use turkey mince, I'd fry some bacon in, that'd be fine. Cook all that mince up. So get it nice and brown, and then tomato paste around about 100 grams per kilo. Sometimes I use double that. I like it. You can see it's pretty rich. So I've easily used double that. I probably use 200 grams per kilo. And then a couple of jars of tomato passata, which is just tomatoes, 100% tomatoes, cooked down so they're in a thick, rich sauce. You can do it with fresh tomatoes. You can buy it in a jar. There's nothing wrong with that. You can get it from Nonna if you're lucky enough to have a Nonna that has that stuff.
If you have a Nonna that makes you that stuff, can you please put me in touch with them? Thank you.
Yeah.
Also, Tigress, thank you. I appreciate you. Turkey bacon lasagna, let's go. Get ready. It sounds delicious. Matt, welcome back. How was your walk? And the one? Sorry, I was just catching up on chat.
Oh, that's all right. All good. And then then you just let that simmer away for a little while. I add some Italian dried herbs. I've got plenty of fresh basil to go in there, but the Italian dried herbs just add a nice bit of nuttiness to the mince. Add a little bit of sugar to there to take away the tardiness of the tomatoes. Salt and pepper, not too much salt because your white sauce has got sort of plenty of salt from the butter. You get plenty of salt from the cheese, so I just add a whole heap of pepper to it. We've got some roasted capsicums today, and we've also got some silver beet that I've spread through, and I might just put the rest of this in there so it doesn't go to waste. Okay, we had 2 big leaves for earlier, but...
Yeah, very big. They basically covered the entire thing.
But these ones we can just break up. They're actually very young, very fresh, so straight out of the garden this morning, actually.
Like I said, we've got a great friend that lives on the other side of the city, and they've got like a little like farm and a vegetable garden that they grow all their stuff out of. So yeah, and that's what one of these is going to them. Because they are the same as Tom, they're lactose and gluten intolerant. So great pair.
That's right. And it's one of those things you can't sort of, you know, I'm a firm believer that the more layers the better. I like to sort of pack it in so it's nice and nice and solid. Yeah.
Put this one on top of that one once it's cooked and you'll be set.
That one there, we'll probably stop there, but we can we'll continue with Tom's one. It's a little bit thicker. Oops.
Do I have to tell Selena that she's not getting as much as Tom?
No. Do not dob me in.
Thick like a cookie. Oh, Matt, I need to show you again the cookies. We're just gonna end up having to bake a whole another batch of these. You know that, right?
Yeah.
These are probably just gonna get eaten. So, Matt, look at these fucking cookies, man. They're huge, ridiculous. We were actually saying thick like Matt before instead of thick like a cookie. Biscuits are generally thinner and crunchier, and cookies are thicker and a little bit more like gooier, generally speaking. Chewier.
Chewier. They're nice chewy cookies, that one.
And they are. They're really lovely. It looks like you've got a great dad and daughter relationship. He goes alright. I mean, fuck, he cooks for me.
She's bearable. Jesus Christ. I drive halfway across the country for us to come and visit her.
Yeah, I wasn't even going to be living here before, though, to be fair.
You know how far it is? You know
how far is it? Dad has to keep, because again, Mum and Dad live in a caravan. Caravans don't have speedometers. What are they? Speedometers? Odometers? What are they called? Odometers.
Speedometers is speed.
Speedo, yeah. So caravans don't track how far they've gone. You've really got to keep track of it to make sure that you get it in for services and you know how much like work it's done. So Dad keeps track of every single kilometre that caravan does, and they drove down with their caravan.
How far? How long?
Just a casual. Oh, there's a toll. Did you know there's a toll?
Yep.
Across Bass Strait.
I also swim across the ocean.
There's a toll across Bass Strait.
2,167 kilometres.
Yeah, not bad.
Converted to miles.
2,167 kilometres. Oh God.
Times 1.5.
I'm not fucking doing that. That's what Google's for. 1,347 miles.
1.5 miles to a kilometre. There you go. Which across America is not really that far, but...
Mum and Dad almost came from the other side of Australia. Mum and Dad are up the top of New South Wales, and we're at the bottom of Tasmania. So it's that actually might get you out of Texas. Tigers, we're running.
We in Texas, look out.
I want to be like RAD Dad, cooking up a storm with my baby girl. Aw, Dad's live. I hope you can do that. That'd be lovely. It may be 5 a.m, but I have a strong craving for lasagna now. It looks really healthy and awesome.
It does. And if you're vegetarian, again, you can make this. You can just take you can use zucchini, eggplant, pumpkin, onions. You can even use nice fresh carrots. All those can be roasted off and then just layered. We used to lay out, so we have a layer of pumpkin, and then we do like a tomato, just a fresh tomato sauce with basil, and then a little bit of your white sauce, and then you would just go with zucchini, then you would go with eggplant, then we go with red capsicum, yellow capsicum, Spanish onion.
Yeah, when it comes to things that are vegetarian, you've actually got a lot of options. It just often takes a little bit more prep work because
I would not make a fake meat lasagna. I would just
don't bother.
just do fresh vegetables.
Things like that are getting a lot better, but honestly, if you're a vegetarian and you want a vegetarian lasagna, like it's so nice to have like a vegetable lasagna. It's the most delicious thing.
It is. It is. I think we're...
Could aubergine fit in there too? Yeah, so aubergine is eggplant.
Same thing.
Aubergine is eggplant, sorry.
Except you got to take your eggplants, slice them, salt them,
and
dry them, and then barbecue and char grill them. Americans broil them. They call them.
Did someone say eggplant?
Someone say eggplant.
Yes. Map. Breathe. Matt really enjoyed your video on my Instagram story showing what the lights were. Dick and dildo lights.
Dick and dildo lights.
He's fucking so proud of himself.
Fuck, they're so good though.
He was so proud of himself. Yeah, you should always char grill things like eggplants because they just have so much moisture and stuff like that in them. So eggplant is a no for me. Yeah, panther. That's sort of the thing, right?
Yeah.
A panther has a lot of allergies. Quite a lot.
So no eggplants. They're just zucchini, carrot, onion, pumpkin, sweet potatoes. Another good one. Okay, all those are good.
Ego, how was work? How was your work day? How are you feeling? Have you got the weekend off? Portobello mushrooms are used as meat substitution by one of my friends in place of things like steak.
How could I forget mushrooms? We used to use...
Well, you forget mushrooms
because the big...
Mum doesn't eat mushrooms.
Yeah, but we used to use the big flat ones in the restaurant.
Officially applying for a wine night with RAD Core and Dad Core. What about Mum Core? Fucking hell, Matt. Damn. They didn't call him bloody Mrs. Keg for no reason. You think I tried to drink you under the table, mate? You fucking take on my mum. Hold on, I'm gonna turn you around again. Matt wants to say hello. Mum's over here, which, sorry about the lighting. Hold on, let me auto balance it for, where are we? Shade. There you go, there's Mum. Hi. Hi, Mum.
Just bludgeon on the lounge.
She's chilling. She's chilling.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. I hate ironing, so I'm not going to complain.
Yeah, can't complain. She's doing something you don't enjoy. One of the things that you learn from my parents is they tend to share, they'll share jobs, and if they don't like doing something, they figure out whether or not the other person can do it. Make sure that no one ends up doing too many things that they don't enjoy. Share everything.
Jesus, Tom.
You got a little bit of white sauce on the bottom there. On your bottom.
On your bottom.
On your bottom. Ironing is actually the worst household chore. I'd rather scrub the toilet. I have two. Would you like to scrub them? I'd appreciate that. I better actually put this closer again. Hey, I just realised the whole reason I had it back there was so that...
Well, it should be able... What's the laser look like outside? Can you see the...
Yeah.
Spin around a little bit.
What?
You can see the meat and the pasta and the nice green in the middle, and it just starts to sink in.
And Dad's put the bechamel sauce in the middle because that's how Tom likes it.
Yeah, if you just do the edges, it just sneaks down the corners.
Sneaks down.
Sneaky.
Sneaky bechamel sauce.
Bit of sneaky.
Everyone says, hi, Mum, sweet Mum. And everyone does also say, Soulstar says, Jesus, Matt. Sometimes being allergic to the world is quite annoying. Panther, it's okay. It sucks, but there's so many options now, which is great.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, you go and buy flour now, it's insane how much different types of flour you can buy.
Ego says, work was fine, yes, on days off as of now. Awesome, Ego. I hope you enjoy your time off. I'd rather scrub two toilets. Ironing is not soothing. Phantasmagoria thinks ironing is soothing and folding things. Map is screaming that they hate folding things. I think it's all my perfectionism. Yeah, maybe. That wouldn't help because clothes over time are not perfect. They stretch and everything changes, so there's no perfection to the way you'd fold things.
Now, of course, cheese being the ultimate ingredient.
Cheese! Always cheese.
So a nice, good quality topping of cheese. Just find, a little bit of a pizza blend's good, mozzarella. You don't want something that's not going to have too much trouble with dairy-free, but you don't want too much fat coming out in it. But these cheeses tend to be a little drier, which is good. So plenty of this on top. You can see Tom's is overflowing, which is usually what happens to me.
Yep. We'll be putting that in a tray to cook.
Yes, we will.
It'll bubble over.
We already have the tray behind you.
Here's what I prepared earlier.
Yeah, this is what I prepared earlier. Knew exactly what was going to happen to that. All right, now. Paprika. So you take your paprika and be nice and liberal. It gives that really nice, smoky, and add some beautiful colour to the top of it. Again, oh, you can actually smell that.
Well, they can't, but we can.
Oh, smell it, you can smell that smoked. Got a beautiful smoked flavour to it. You can get Spanish hot smoked paprika is really good.
Oh yeah, that stuff is delicious.
Yeah.
Hello, Mems. How was your restaurant visit? Thank you for lurking, but I hope you still enjoyed your time. I don't iron anything, says Panther. People can deal with my wrinkles on me and my clothes both. I'm kidding. I only have laugh lines. Nothing wrong with wrinkles and laugh lines. Nothing wrong with wrinkles in your clothes. Do what my parents do and basically try and buy as little clothes as possible that need ironing.
Look at that.
That's insane.
That's insane.
How heavy is that?
Well, yeah, it weighs a couple kilos.
Couple kilos. I'm just gonna take this over to show. Oh, fucking hell. So, as Rad Dad puts the other one in, this is the big boy. This is the big boy.
Yeah, now I've only got that on 160.
Well, you know, you've got a lot to get through.
Well, you want to cook this? I like to cook it for an hour and a half, 90 minutes if you can.
Yeah, I'm a food brick.
Yeah, this is just a big food brick. There's nothing wrong with that, but we can't waste what's left over, so we've got to find something to make him a little one.
It's being used at the moment. There's only round ones.
All right.
You can have a mini one. This will be his lunch one.
Then we make a mini one.
God. Yeah, the other one. I think the other one that's smaller than that.
That's
yeah.
all right.
Just make it to whatever it is. It's all good. One for the baby. That was always my joke when my sister-in-law was pregnant. Oh Lord, what's all of our excuses then? The smell of warm laundry is so nice. I suppose it depends how you clean them. Might not be so good if they're not clean. Oh God.
I even use all the green. What's in the fridge?
Probably not a lot. Alright, he won't mind. No green, just all meat and cheese. Oh God. I'm just trying to make sure I didn't miss anything in chat. It's very different looking. This is my soup. This is like a 12-year-old MacBook. Does not work like it used to. It's boiling hot from being on. It's already at 30%. It was at 100 when I started today. It does not run too smoothly.
But I don't run 100% all day anymore either.
No.
Oh, a bit of parsley. There you go.
There we go. A bit of greenery.
Bit of greenery, make it look good.
Bit of greenery.
Bit of meat on there.
Oh, that's a great sound.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Sorry about that.
I'm sure that came through nice.
That was a bit harsh.
A dryer was always one of those unnecessary expenses when I was a kid. I can't shake the feeling that it's reducing the life of my clothing. It's because it is.
What?
Dryer.
But we don't. Rad Mum doesn't use dryer.
Yeah, no. It's understandable to want to use it for like a couple of minutes if you have one available to you when you're finishing off like your clothes or whatever. You want to make sure they're definitely a bit soft. But going from wet to dry in a dryer is really not recommended for most manufacturers when it comes to clothing.
But we live northern New South Wales, so it's much warmer up there. So
yeah, but even down here, like once I had a line in that, you don't need.
No.
You know, there might be days where you can't put your washing out, you know, but you just wait. I don't really like going.
This can just be classed as a cheese lasagna.
It's a cheese lasagna. It's basically no meat and all cheese. Oh my god. Looks cute. Does it need a shorter cooking time? Definitely.
Yeah, this one won't take as long.
Which is good because Tom will love it. It'll be ready for like 4-ish, really early supper for him before we do dinner later. He'll be stoked. You got a sandwich earlier, he gets a mini lasagna now. He'll be stoked. If you have a lot of laundry and the weather's shit, I can really understand it. You should see the washing my sister does for the kids. Yeah, look, just throw out the kids. It's a lot easier. Less cooking, less cleaning. Just throw them out. It's much easier. As a single person in Australia where the sun is basically just cooking us all slowly anyway, hanging outside is basically area and more sufficient. Yes, I agree with you, Matt. Kids will make chores a lot more hectic. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Phantasmagory, just pretend I didn't say it, it's fine. Why are you doing? See, this is the cooking with my dad. Do as he says and not as he does, okay? Yes.
Making room.
Making room, turning around a hot glass box, meat brick.
The meat brick.
With his hands.
Very
Put
good.
the kids in the bin, RAD 2023. I know, I don't mean to be this way, but I just am. It just is what it is. It just is what it is.
Now, if we put you in the bin, what would happen?
I wouldn't fit. Depends on the bin. Depends on the bin.
You were only tiny once.
Once, for like a year.
No, for many years.
All right, let me put all this away. You don't need any of the rest of this, yeah?
No, I'm just trying to clean up a bit.
Generally speaking, we do clean as you go, but because we're on stream, we're chatting and stuff like that, it's a little bit harder to clean as you go. Because, you know, it does make a decent amount of noise when you're trying to talk about other things. So yeah, we're going to clean up now. And then we'll have another little chat about everything that was made today. We'll talk about the snack raffle and what's going in it. Yeah, we'll go from there. So if you have any questions for Rad Dad when it comes to cooking, now's a really good time. You know, keep him busy.
Really?
Keep him busy. Keep him busy. You done with those or you need them cleaned? I'll probably just clean them by hand. It's a little bit easier.
I didn't make that much mess anyway.
No, not at all.
Look at all the things you got for your cupboard.
Hey?
Look at all the things you got for
I
your
know.
cupboard.
I've got shit to put in my cupboard that I'll forget that I own. Yay. Everything I was trying to avoid. It's all Tom's fault. It's all Tom's fault.
You going?
Oh yeah, I was just going to put all this away. I was going to let you do the washing up.
No.
Fuck. My plan has been foiled. They can wait a second while I quickly put all this in there. It's all good.
I just need to soak a bit.
Yeah, that's basically what I'm doing here. I was just going to wipe all this off.
Oh, you watched me bending me knife.
I didn't mean it. All right. Oh my god. You said you don't want to wash up. All right.
Don't have to damage my knife.
That's what you get for not washing up. Punishment.
Yeah, move it.
This needs to go on the fridge as well.
I can just sit it down.
Yeah, that's all right. I just need you to move. I'm getting it all ready. I just need you to move. It's going to all soak in there, but I need you to move. Got to be really careful because it doesn't. No, it does not fit up there. You can't just shove things into the fridge and expect them to fit. It's not how it works. Funny that. Funny that. Doesn't all fit in the fridge. Alright.
Not too bad.
Nah, not at all. Really not much to clean up at all, ultimately.
I don't want a bench up.
Yeah. A little white before we have
Just so it looks a bit decent.
to... Yeah.
Otherwise, I'll think that I'm messy. But I am.
Well, you definitely are. But that's okay. We still love you. That's okay. Alright.
I have to apologise for not being dressed. Probably my little Swedish shirt hat on.
Yeah, he didn't bring his jacket. Didn't know that he'd be streaming this, to be fair.
No.
He was not warned.
To drink milk.
He was not warned.
Kick ass.
Alright, so I can sit there.
Just finish my milk.
Macinator subscribed with Prime. Yo, what I didn't realize this had lapsed. I am a bad sub, because I'm actually kinda dumb.
I'm listening, yeah. I was listening. Hold on, I missed that. I have to go and read it. I have to go read. Reading is hard. A little bit more water in there. Yeah, that's fine. I'm just putting a little bit more water in there. You can wait a second. Give me a sec. I'll read it. Let me get this cleaned up. All right. Gonna get this all off the bench. Okay. Put that on the sec. What did I miss? What did I miss? I didn't realize I said laps on a bad sub. because I'm actually kind of a dom. I love you, Matt. You are amazing and beautiful. And you know that. And you know that. Thank you so much for choosing to use your Prime sub. You get one of those to use every 30 days and you chose to use it here. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right. Yeah, out here looking for a matching pile of garbage. I'm sure there's more people that have thrown their kids out, let's be honest. Lucy, I can't do that because I have one over there and it'll get me copyright struck. So I'm gonna give you that back. I can't do that, I'm sorry. I think I missed the cooking time for the smaller lasagna. I'm sorry if you already answered. How long do you think it would take to do the small one?
I'd still give it an hour.
Yeah, about an hour, because it's on 160 Celsius.
So it's not real hot.
It's not very warm at all.
You want to really cook it till it starts to bubble on top and it gets a little bit golden brown from the cheese melting. Mm-hmm. So you want to give it an hour. Oh, the big one's probably a good hour and a half depending. And then I would often just let them sit overnight and then use them the next day. They're always better second time around because they settle.
Settle, they're ready to be cooked again.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the other coffee. You want to finish that?
Yeah.
Want to finish that? If you air dry clothes here, you better be sure it isn't a windy day, which is quite rare, because your wet clothes will be having to be washed again because it blows dirt all over the place, and we have a lot of red dirt out here. See, that's fair enough. Like, again, it's like anything in life. It depends where you live as to, like, what works well.
It's pretty good here, but in some parts of Australia, you're covered in red dirt.
Some parts of Australia, it's the exact same thing. You just said, absolutely covered in red dirt.
Denny.
Yeah, Denny, where Dad first started teaching. A lot of dirt out there, like very dry. Oddly enough, they grew rice out there, which was really interesting, considering what it's like.
Because it's flat.
Because it's flat. All right, let's come back here so that we can actually see us both chilling, because otherwise I can't do both.
We're just looking at cookies.
Yeah, so I'm gonna just get rid of all the washing up. I'm gonna wash my hands and get rid of all the washing up that's already there. But if you want to talk about the cookies,
I can get rid of the washing up.
No, it's all good. I'll do it. Mems has a question. Dad Core, what is the most complicated dish that you've ever had to make? Keep in mind that my dad's been a chef for about nearly as long as I've been alive.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind. And I will catch up on chat once Dad answers this one as well, guys. So I know that there's a couple of people that have popped in. I appreciate you all. But yeah, Dad will answer this and then I'll catch up on chat.
That's a complicated dish.
Make sure you talk to the mic too.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of the most complicated dish.
Yeah, it's an interesting question because, like, what is complex in the end?
That's right, yeah. Yeah, there's lots of different ones.
Probably desserts and baking stuff are the big things because a lot of that is very measurement based.
Yeah, but there's technical things like beef consomme, which is very, very technical. You got to use your egg whites and your mince. You got to make sure it's really clear. So beef consomme is very, very technical to make. What else have we got there? I suppose the chocolate marquis used to love.
Used to?
They still love.
What do you mean used to?
Chocolate marquis, which is basically a few different sets of ingredients, and they're all got to be mixed together at the right temperature, and then frozen. And even frozen, that still doesn't come out frozen, does it?
No, it comes out quite like sticky.
Yeah, and probably and then, you don't make it. I've made it for many, many years. Is actually strudel paste. So.
Oh my gosh, strudel paste.
Yeah. So if anyone here's got any European relatives or friends, strudel paste like from Austria or Germany, where they actually make you almost need a bench this big and a tablecloth, because you actually pull it out and it's really, really, really thin. It's like filet pastry, really. And then, of course, the filling's not hard to make, all the apples and the spices, but that pastry, if you get it wrong, it just tears it in half. And when you actually roll it and cook it, it's so crisp. But I'd say the strudel one's probably the hardest one because it takes two. Yeah.
It takes two?
Takes two to make it properly, because you've got to stretch it right out. It usually gets about this big. Yeah, it's very difficult. Loads of fun. But any of your pastries, your puff pastries and all that sort of thing's just so technical, getting it right, resting it, rolling it, having the butter. But yeah, I suppose it's all, you don't really think about it, you just do it.
Yeah, it's all relative once you start learning it, isn't it? Really, it's all about like something that could be the most difficult thing to make. It could be because of the timing you were provided and the type of ingredients you were provided.
Or if you, good old wallaby, cooking wallaby.
That's a rough one.
You cook wallaby in 3 or 4 minutes, but if you overcook it, you can't eat it, and if you undercook it, it's raw. So as much as it's only a quick,
it's a quick cook.
If you're slow roasting some brisket takes 8 hours, you can't really hurt it.
Can't really bug that up, no.
Oh, you can. Oh, we get it back. That's ours too. Yeah, that's ours.
I think the flours you don't
we'll have to make more biscuit, I think.
We're going to probably end up having to make more biscuits. That's yours.
Yeah, clean up ours.
Trying to make sure that, like, I get rid of the things that I know you're not going to take with you.
Isn't it good? She's cleaning up for me. Oh, I can see her.
It's us! That's us! Okay, so... Map, don't stress about the whole sub thing. I know that you don't always get the chance to pop in, so thank you when you do pop in for choosing to do that. It means a lot. I love and appreciate you very, very much. To everyone that can just hang out here, sub or not. But thank you so much for helping me pay my rent and do things like this. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, Lucy, as funny as it would be to do that, I also don't want to end up copyright struck. So it was a funny joke. I appreciate it. I wish I could have done it. Mum and Dad love that song. But yeah. How many slaps do you think you'd need to cook a chicken? Bye. Thanks, Shady. Love you.
How many slaps to cook a chicken?
I can't air dry things. There's 3 giant trees equals rewashing because those birds have shit on it. Soulstar, no! Oh God. Poor Soulstar. Do you guys have any other questions for Dad that he can sort of, share some information, some thoughts, some knowledge? It can be as small as you'd like. The amount of times I'll talk to Dad about the most random shit that you wouldn't even think to, like it doesn't matter, but my brain just goes, oh, I wonder, like, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I was getting there.
Oh.
Yeah, so, please feel free to ask questions. It's not very often that you get Chef hanging out in Strimstram, so.
Actually, souffle is a complicated yet an easy one.
Yeah, souffle is another one.
Yeah, people often love souffles, but won't make them because they think they're difficult. They're actually easier than they think they are.
Very easy.
Just getting the egg white right and temperature right and holding it all together.
Bloody asks, why does Dad smell? Oh, rad smell. Never mind.
She smells fresh and clean.
I use my new peppermint soap that we got at Salamanca Market.
Yeah.
So I do smell good. Thank you very much.
You do smell good.
Thank you very much. I smell fresh like peppermint. So shut up, Bloody. Stop bullying me.
No cookies for that one.
No cookies for you, Bloody. Rad Dad, have you ever blown sugar, like sugar art for food?
Sugar art for food. No, we don't do sugar art. That's a real skill, yeah.
We have blown it before. We've made it to put on top of things.
Oh yeah, you do pulled sugar where
pulled sugar, but not for art.
Not actually blown sugar where you make stuff out of it. But we pulled sugar where you make cages for desserts, yes, by all means.
They're pretty easy. You just
Rad Mum used to work at a hotel where they had an ice carver. Oh yeah. And they used to use a chainsaw and actually make ice carvings.
That was cool.
Yeah, they're all sort of individual type skills. It's a bit like a pastry chef or a baker who just, baker bakes bread, pastry chef makes all the desserts.
Yeah.
We sort of, as chefs, do a bit of everything in terms of, cooking those foods. We do a bit of bread baking, we do a bit of pastry, but when it comes to the really difficult stuff, we sort of pass it on to them. It's like butchery, we cut up meat, but in general, we let the butchers do the butchery and we do all the cooking, so. Sorry? Can you get to the bin? You won't fit.
I know, we talked about that.
Yeah.
We talked about me not fitting in the bin.
Yeah, but sugar, it's fun to pull sugar. You just got to get it to the right temperature, and the best is actually to use 2 forks. So when you make your caramel, just get it so it gets to a sort of a medium caramel. You just take it off, and as it starts to cool down, you can just get your 2 forks together, and you can just wind it around, make all sorts of shapes. But you find that it gets all over your kitchen. So
and the slightest breeze.
Yeah, it'll dry too quick. So
it'll dry so quick, and it'll blow up somewhere.
No fans, no doors open.
Yeah, so it gets hot. Gets really hot doing stuff like that. So that's a bit of a rough one.
It can be fun.
Yeah, fun, but yeah. Like most things that involve being in a kitchen, it can be very, very hot, very uncomfortable. The timing is very important, and often can mean good or bad results. So, it's just something to keep in mind. Did you end up using this? Thankman, no. Thank you so much for the 100 biddies. I appreciate you. if you want to cook with oil, butter, margarine...
Who says I don't like cookies?
Bloody. Don't listen to Bloody. When Bloody goes to bed, he goes, I go die now, bye-bye. He's not wrong. You're technically dead for, however long you're sleeping. We love you, Bloody. Don't ever change. If you don't want to cook with oil, butter, margarine, what is a good alternative? Again, it's allergy stuff. It's annoying. Like rice, I just add extra water.
Oil, butter, margarine. You can use nutlegs or.
What is your allergy to do with those exactly, Panther? Like, what is the allergen within those sorts of things? Venkman, again, thank you for the 100 biddies. I hope you're doing well. I appreciate the support. Is there a trick to melting down chocolate without burning it? Double boiling.
Yeah, double boiler. That's exactly right. So you just boil water. You boil water in a pot. You have a separate bowl. Where's the bowl?
Bowls, pots, they're all in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, all in there.
No, you don't have pots because I use it.
Here you go, little pot, baby bowl.
Pot. Yeah, so if you boil water, just half this pot, make sure your bowl doesn't go inside. Break your chocolate up into small pieces. Boil the water, take it off the heat, put the bowl on top, and just leave it alone. Because chocolate melts at 37 degrees, which is blood temperature. So as it sits, the hot water will just melt the chocolate. After about 5 to 7 minutes, you can just stir it. Don't use the microwave. Everyone uses the microwave and it just burns it. And you make sure your water doesn't touch the bottom of your bowl. You can use glass, stainless steel, does not matter.
As long as you can touch it. So make sure, obviously, remember that this is a conductor of heat.
It will get hot.
It'll get very hot. Even though the chocolate won't necessarily get too hot, the bowl will.
But boil the water first, take it off the heat, then put your bowl on top and have your little piece of chocolate. Always break it up. When it's smaller, it melts better.
Yeah, smoother.
That's an easy one.
That's a see.
But a lot of people do it. A lot of people don't know.
Yeah. Maddie, welcome back. How was your stream? How was your stream? What did you get up today? How was your pizza? Are there pictures of the pizza? Did your dad talk about the cookie recipe? Oh, hello, Tweet. Thank you for the raid. How are you? How was your stream? Raiders, if you haven't been informed, my name is Kristen. If you prefer, you're welcome to call me Rad. Generally, we do a lot of conversation around here. Today, specifically, we're doing a bit of cooking. My dad, my mum, they're here from the mainland in Australia. I'm over on the
little island.
The little island at the bottom of Australia called Tasmania, and they've come to visit. This is our second stream together while they've been visiting. They're actually going home at the end of the week, which is very sad. But they're back in April, so we'll figure something else out for them.
What else are we going to cook? How's all that going?
But yeah.
Look at that baby.
So we're doing a bit of this, bit of that, bit of chat. I'm just gonna be washing up. Right now it's open. It's Ask Me Anything Cooking Edition.
Ask Me Anything Cooking Edition.
If you have any questions about Dad and Dad's career as a chef and a hospitality teacher, you're welcome to ask. You may not answer, obviously. Everyone has the right to say no to an answer. But if you have any questions about cooking, we've had questions about spinning sugar, how to melt down chocolate, things like that. Feel free to get involved. But Tweet, how was your stream? What did you get up to today? Tell us all the stuff and things. Do you know Dragon's Beard? Sugar with flour and nut snack. Dragon's Beard.
Dragon's Beard also has sugar with flour and nut snack.
SNL Tiger, I can't remember, where are you based? Too much oil and butter makes my throat really thick. I cough a lot. And it makes eating food a lot less enjoyable.
Well, yeah, you shouldn't have too much oil and butter.
So that sounds like, that in general, could you very safely say that things that you cook that have it in it, but a reasonable amount, that it doesn't make you feel that way? Do you feel like it's very fatty foods that make you feel that way? Stream is great. I'll send a pic to impress Rad Dad. Okay, Maddie, I'll show him, I promise. Thank you for the shout outs for Tweet. Ego, I appreciate you. Tweet loves mayo-filled donuts. They're his favorite. Thank you, Gold Phoenix, for just totally
mayo-filled donuts.
Really calling Tweet out there, aren't you? All right, where are we? Oh, look at that. 24-hour proof dough. Dad would say that you need more meat on that.
Yeah, I was going to say, where's the meat on that one?
Homemade pizzas should be...
Yeah, I know. I think
that dough looks really nice though.
Yeah, it looks alright.
Looks pretty good.
Was it rolled twice or just once?
Dad's getting his chef hat on, Maddie. Don't be upset. It's like a cotton sugar, but with nuts. Okay. Yes, fatty foods make it very difficult for you. Okay, so if you had a reasonable amount of fats, then you probably just what you're probably looking at is someone's probably taking a fatty food, cooking it with a fat, and that's what's overdoing it for you.
Yeah, it's fatty food. If it's fat on fat, it's too much. But like something like that, you've got to thicken it. You could use just corn flour and milk. That'll take the butter out of the sauce. So you can just boil your milk or your lactose-free, whatever, and then just use corn flour and water to thicken it, because that'll provide you with a thickness. And then you literally could use 100% beef that has very little fat in it.
True.
So then you're gonna
not 80%.
Yeah, and of course you can just cut down on the amount of cheese. But if you use lactose-free cheese, it's gonna have less fat in it anyway.
Yeah, so it's all about the components that you use and them getting put together. Because like what Dad was doing earlier with the lasagna, the bechamel sauce didn't have any seasoning in it because everything else that was going in there had a lot of seasoning. There was fresh basil going in.
Normally when we boil the milk, we get an onion and we stick cloves in the onion. It's called a clouded onion, and that actually gives a real sort of spice to the milk. But you don't really need it when you're adding all those herbs and spices. It just gets overridden anyway. So
you've got to choose where you're putting those things, because otherwise in the end, you're going to take a mouthful and go, I don't know what I'm tasting. Because it's going to get so overwhelming so quickly. So yeah, it's definitely, it's about balance.
What did I mean with double roll? So when you make your pizza dough and you let it, you actually make the pizza dough with your yeast and you let it grow, then you knock it back. Okay, and then
explain knock it back.
Knock it back means your pizza dough will start off very small because you've got it really smooth. And as it grows in a warm environment, you then just basically punch it back and take all the air out of it. Okay, then you'll put it back in the fridge overnight and it will grow again. And when you pull it out of the fridge, you let it come back to room temperature and you roll them into whatever size balls you want. So whether, 150, 160, 200 grams. And you roll that dough out and then you let it prove again. When it proves again, you then roll it out into your pizza shape. And then what I would do is I would let it rest again for another 10 minutes and then I'll put topping on it. You find then that your dough is very, very relaxed. Yours looks like the outside of it because it was still maybe a little bit cold. When you actually could have cooked it, it looks like it's a little bit sort of, it looks
chilled
like it's
still.
Yeah, it looks
a little
like
bit
it's
shocked.
tough on the outside, a little bit shocked, yeah. So the more you can actually let it rest between rolling it. So you make it, you prove it, you knock it back, you leave it overnight in the fridge, you bring it out again, you roll it to a certain size, you let it rest, and you roll it out to your pizza, whatever size dough you want, and you let it rest again, and then you put your topping on there. It just means the more you can rest, the better. But I'm sure, trust me, it looks tasty.
It does look really tasty. We're very much a pizza-loving family. Dad's just, you asked a question, so Dad's gonna give you the answer he would have given someone that, if they're in his kitchen learning from him, he'd give you the same answer. Panther, you might find if you really struggle with fats, you actually might find that dairy-free alternatives might help you.
Yeah. Because
you can still then have buttery things, but they're a lot lighter. They're a lot lighter for you. So depending on what allergens would be introduced there, though, of course, I know.
Does Panther not eat eggs as well because of the fat?
Panther has a lot of allergies, not just for the fat, but just in general.
You can make stuff with flaxseed instead of eggs. Flaxseed works like an egg.
Flaxseed works similar.
So you just do hot water and flaxseed and it works like an egg, binds things together, so you can still have muffins.
Eggs are fine.
Oh, there you go. Eggs are fine, there you go.
So it's not the cholesterol side of it, it's literally like the oil fats of it. Because sometimes some people will react to the cholesterol type fats.
Is there a food or flavour you dislike with a passion? Yeah.
Yes.
Watermelon. I hate
Dad
watermelon.
hates watermelon.
Yes, I hate watermelon.
And cucumber.
Cucumber and rockmelon, I don't know why.
They're all just so plain.
I will eat cucumber in a salad.
Mum sneaks it into things just like you would for a child. I need to know. I need one more rest. I didn't rest before the fridge overnight.
Aha.
I did take it out for 2 hours, rest it, roll it before cooking
That's good though.
Very cool how you can see it and tell that's a real chef, Maddie. Real chef.
Cucumber mint water. Oh, yeah.
That you're gonna make Dad sick. So Dad loves gin.
Yeah, I can't handle cucumber in it though.
Exactly.
We do have a beer here in Sydney, Marrickville, called a cucumber pilsner though.
Ugh.
And I actually really like it. It's funny enough, you don't get the cucumber flavour, but it's really nice.
Oh, fuck it. I suppose it's a beer. I suppose I can do it. That's what that says to me. Do you want to move the...
So if you're out to eat and something is really fatty, having the throat and coughing issue, you do something about it. You probably need something to, like a bit of bread to soak that fat up. Or...
Yeah, something to soak it up or to cut through it, like something tang.
Yeah, or it's like
lime.
pork will often do that because pork's really fatty, so you need something that's acidic.
Pork makes me quite sick. I love pork, but pork makes me quite sick. So I have to be really, really cautious about how I eat it.
So orange juice, anything like a relish or a...
Lizzie's perked back up. Gin!
Gin, yeah. We might have a gin, actually.
Yeah, if you want to make a gin, that'd be great. Gin's my favourite. Love gin.
Oh, ginger beer. Yeah, I love ginger
nice.
beer.
Yeah. I eat it pork with my mouth. Wait, are you okay, Darku? Did you just have an aneurysm?
Yeah, what's going on there?
What happened, Darku? I'll have a gin with you. Yeah, everybody, if you drink, if you're comfortable drinking, everybody have a gin. If you're of legal age and within your right mind to do so, have a gin with us while we wait for the lasagna to cook.
Do we have one?
The new gin is there. That's the dark cherry gin. If you wanted to try that one.
You want the dark cherry one?
Directly in front of you, the Forager's gin. That's from Derwent. That's the new one. So you know how I had the spring one? Which, I have the spring one still there, but I can't give you that one because that one's for Squincy. Sorry.
You can have vodka instead.
You can have vodka instead.
We have a vodka.
You can have a tea instead.
Is that person from Australia?
No, Tigress is in Texas.
So, in Australia, in Tasmania, where this one lives, there's a northwest Tasmania, there's a place called Cape Grim, and they make a vodka called 666, and it's made with the cleanest water in the world.
Because what can I say? Taz is a beautiful place.
Tasmania actually has the cleanest air and the cleanest water in the world, and this part of it, northwest Tasmania, it is sensational. So, yeah, but I might just make us a gin, hey?
Yeah, do it. I'd love a gin. I've been washing up. I have a persistent headache and I have no glasses on right now. Darku, stop typing, stop looking at the screen, turn it down and go have a nap.
4 Pillars Bloody Shiraz, awesome. Yeah, 4 Pillars Shiraz is fantastic.
Yeah, so
it's actually Victorian.
All of my friends that I play like D&D with or I play ESO with, you know, like quite regularly, I quite often will have just straight 4 Pillars Bloody Shiraz gin, maybe with a little bit of orange.
Yeah,
and because of that, everyone's gone out and bought it and be like, what do you have with it? I'm like, nothing. Just slice of orange, bit of a nice big thing of ice. But yeah, you can have it just with soda. It works quite well with soda. This one would be the same, soda or tonic.
You can have it just over ice, but yeah.
Over ice, soda, tonic.
Tonic.
Some of them specifically work better with sodas or tonics, but it's also a personal preference because both soda and tonic are, you know, they do taste very different. And for some people, tonic makes them feel ill, and vice versa with soda. So. I love that Lizzie's so excited to tell you that her boyfriend, Toby, BK, we call him, is from Europe. So they've been apart. She lives in New Zealand.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so...
New Zealand, the land of beautiful food.
Yeah, so I'm going to try and go to New Zealand. I would like to go in November.
Blood orange cider. Blood orange is my favourite fruit.
Yes.
Love blood orange.
Did anyone else have any more like cooking questions for Dad? while we have the chance.
You don't have a measuring thing, do you?
Yeah, remember? It's in one of those. It might be in the middle drawer with all the other bowls. Otherwise, it's in the top.
Here it is.
Yep. I need that butter.
Ooh.
Can I move these? Is that okay just for now?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I went through and bought cider the other night because you were drinking cider and I got a blood orange cider. Oh, amazing, Maddie. Yeah, the cider I have is a single origin apple cider. They only use one type of apple in this one, a Somerset apple.
Oh, it's good too.
Oh, it's so good. It's the richest color. It's ridiculously rich. Absolutely ridiculous.
A lot of the apples they use for cider aren't good for eating, but
they're incredible for, you know, drinking. I fucking hate soda. Yeah, exactly, Lizzie. Like soda, most people would go, oh, soda doesn't taste like anything, soda, whatever, blah, blah. But some people, soda really puts them off and vice versa with tonic. Does Rad Dad appreciate the fact that I cook all of my meals in a Foreman grill. That's Nungi.
A Foreman grill. Good old George Foreman.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
No,
Nungi.
not at all. It's actually good because they reckon the George Foreman grills, they make sure that the food doesn't sit in the fat, so...
Which is quite good for your food. You don't really
Whereas
want...
it's like an open barbecue because the fat drips through and just spits up flavour, but...
And not everyone has space for a barbecue.
Nope. You haven't... Where's your barbecue?
Not everyone owns a barbecue. I left that with Jordan. It's like it's stuff that he'd happily give back when we go back over there to pick it up, but I didn't want to leave it in storage when he could use it. So...
Look, because we have to.
Oh gosh, yeah, gotta have a gin. Seal daughter, hello, thank you for the raid. Hi Seal Bean, hi
Cranberry
Matthew.
apple juice with vodka. Nice.
Hold on 1 second, Seal daughter, thank you for the raid. Welcome raiders, let me just put this away and then I'll come and say hello properly.
Oh, blue-eyed cod. Oh, yum, I love blue-eyed cod. Fresh crayfish.
Welcome on in if you haven't been here before. My name is Kristen. If you prefer, you're welcome to call me Rad. We do a lot of conversation around here. Today we're doing cooking. My dad and my mum are visiting from the mainland of Australia. I'm down in Tasmania. They've been here for a couple of weeks. They're going home at the end of the week. And today is our second stream together for this visit. We've made cookies and we've made lasagna. We're just tidying up. But my dad is a chef by trade, so we're currently in the middle of a bit of a ask me cooking questions and I'll help you, whatever it might be. He may not be able to answer, he may choose not to answer, but if he can help, he might. He might deem it something that he'll do. But Seal, how was your stream? What did you get up to today? And then I'm gonna come catch up on chat because I know that we've missed a decent amount.
Yeah, blue-eyed cod is pretty sensational.
Blue-eyed cod is delicious.
Red Emperor, if you had a chance to eat Red Emperor though, Red Emperor is as good as blue-eyed cod. Not quite sure if you get Red Emperor in New Zealand.
Really?
Yeah, it's a big fish. It's like snapper, but it's bigger and it's got this sweet, firm, white flesh. It's beautiful.
Delicious.
So blue-eyed cod is, people think cod liver oil is horrible, but blue-eyed cod's nothing like that. Blue-eyed cod's a beautiful fish.
Yes, names aren't always everything.
There's Bombora.
Oh, I can't drink
Bombora.
Bombora.
Oh god, that's horrible vodka. No, 666 vodka.
666.
Someone's got to sell it online.
Oh man.
No Tassie vodka, that's so sad.
There's a lot of stuff that you can't get outside of Tasmania. A lot of it, they just don't bother shipping it. People just come here instead and buy it and whatnot. But yeah, it's quite disappointing.
Remember, Tasmania's only this big.
Mm.
It's actually weird.
Alright, do you want to bring the camera over and show everyone?
Yeah, I think so.
Let me... Where's that other one? The other one's over here. Alright, sorry, I know we're going to catch up on chat, but I want to show you guys first and foremost the lasagna.
Which one was yours? Is that yours?
Yeah, the one that was closest to me.
Do you have a favourite comfort meal? Yeah, sausages, mashed potato, onion gravy.
Sausages, mashed, onion gravy. Always a good one. Alright, open the oven for me.
So we can pull out, we can slide that out. Where's Twitter?
Oh, it looks good.
See, look.
That's the mini one for Tom. Looks pretty good.
The big one on top, which is, she's pretty full.
She's pretty full. This is
So you can
Tom's.
see it's starting to cook in through, and the heat gets right down through the centre.
Yeah.
The pasta's fresh, but you want it to cook through.
Let's cook through.
Well, that's beautiful.
Delicious.
Smells good if you had
And that's
smell-o-vision.
you guys. Yeah, if we had smell-o-vision, you'd be able to smell it. But for now, you just have to trust us.
I'm confused.
We didn't put the one next to my drink like I told you to.
Onion gravy, never heard of that? Oh, come on, you gotta...
Gravy with fucking onion. How do you hear about that?
It's actually English. Onion gravy, yeah.
What do you mean you haven't fucking heard of it?
Rad Mum makes the best onion gravy.
Hey?
Rad Mum makes the best onion gravy.
Rad Mum makes the best.
Nice
of
whipped mashed potato. Yep, whipped mashed potato and nice thick sausages.
All right, what did I miss? All right, Seal rated. Oh, SNL Tiger, thank you so much for the 10 biddies. I appreciate you. What did we miss in chat though? There was a couple of things that we were talking about. When I'm fancy, I make a lavender lemonade with gin and some ginger beer.
Lavender lemon, oh.
That
yeah.
sounds very delicate. What do I give to spend a day just learning from Dadcore? That's what today is, man. Go nuts. Ask questions.
Is there something that they'd like you to
Yeah,
Mum and Dad are back for my birthday. So between the 11th and 25th of April, they're back. So if you have anything specific that you are like, hey, I'd love to see you make, or this is my favorite thing, or what is your favorite thing and can you make it? You know, please let us know, and we'll look at it. We'll see.
We've got 2 weeks, so we can do it up.
Yeah, we've got 2 weeks. We'll probably do a couple of streams together again. What did I miss? What's the best oil to season pans with? What kind of pan have you got, Darku? What kind of pan do you have? If you're talking about cast iron,
Vegetable.
I think If
it's cast iron, vegetable is the best because it's going to stick better. Because it has a higher smoking. Olive oil will ignite flame earlier. Vegetable oil will take longer. Peanut oil takes the longest. It has a very high smoking point. So.
But obviously also
if you're anaphylaxis, don't use peanut oil.
Don't use peanut oil. And be careful using other people's pans in case they use peanut oil, because that shit stays. It
does.
I need to send a video of you of my gin. It's infused with pea flower, so it's a dark blue purple. And when I add in acid like lime or lemon, it turns pink. Yes, we love those. Love those. Cranberry apple juice with my vodka. That'd be quite refreshing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Quite refreshing. Lizzie had a tour of Southland's best foods while Toby's been there. Fresh crayfish, white baked patties, fresh mussels. How do I say that? Power? Yeah. Blue cod, and we caught it all ourselves. Oh, that's amazing, Lizzie. I did see your Snapchats. I will show Dad later as well. Crayfish. What the fuck is Ithupith? Hello, Selena. How are you? You're tired. What did you do for stream today? Started with Dead by Daylight, moved over to Phasmophobia because I love me some ghost hunting.
I have an ear thing. Okay.
How are you? I'm very tired. My voice is quite sore. I wasn't going to be doing a whole lot of talking today, but you know me. That's why I don't stream when I'm sick, because I just get back into the
I made her toughen up today. She can make me cook. She can talk.
I fear I might have spoiled him. Yeah, Lizzie, he's going to expect this every fucking time he comes to visit now. You know that, right? Only Australian vodkas I can get are Bombora and Kurrenbong.
Never heard of it. Sounds horrible.
Are you sure that they're Australian? I'm actually curious what these are now. Tigress. Lake Macquarie. I'm sure it's shit.
Newcastle.
Sorry, it's from Newcastle. It can't be that great. I'm sure it's lovely. I can't.
Bombora's in the ocean today. Yeah.
Bombora.
You'd have to look up Bombora. Vodka.
Bombora vodka. All I think of Bombora is.
Oh, that looks a bit.
Sydney.
It's a Sydney
probably
one.
wanky.
Yeah. No. 666 is better.
666 better always. It flakes just like cod because blue cod technically isn't a cod.
Yeah,
it's really interesting. Rad Dad, do you have a favorite comfort meal? Yes, you answered that. Mine is matzo ball soup. Ooh, okay. Are they like dumplings? Like the bread dumplings? Is that what matzo balls are? Groovy Foxtrot, could you explain a matzo ball to me, if that's all right? If you want to make onion gravy, you can make gravy like you normally do, right? But it's just about cooking off some onion nice and like...
Yeah, nice and...
Depending on how you want it. Like my partner, Tom, loves onion. He loves knowing he's eating onion. He loves the taste of it. So he likes it cut up quite like bigger. But most people would cut it up like finer, dice it, and you cook it off, and you know that'll be fried off, and you cook your gravy along like in that same sort of dish, so that it gets the flavour.
Yeah.
Pain in the axe is here. Hello, my darling. How are you? It's nice to see you. Yeah, he's a fucking pain in the axe. I can tell you that much, aren't you? I have questions. Kosher salt. All my recipes say you use kosher salt.
Yeah, that's because of Jewish.
Yes.
You don't have to. You can use any salt you want.
You can use any salt you want. It's an inclusive thing.
We use I don't have any up here with the Murray River flake salt. So we have.
Well, that's what mine is. It's just rock, so it has to be ground.
Grind to us. We actually have the flaked Murray River salt, which is here in Australia. Murray River floats out to the ocean, and they catch the water and actually dry it out and make salt flakes out of the Murray River. And it's a pink. It's a pink colour, like how did you know?
It's like the colour of this gin.
It's actually the colour of that gin, and it's got a really nice sort of sweet, salty flavour to it. And yeah, you don't have to. Kosher salt, I just say that because of it's salty.
It's an inclusivity, you know, and especially because a lot of recipes do come out of America.
You can use Himalayan salt if you want.
It's whatever you have. If it's calls for salt, you use salt. Kosher salt is because it's an inclusive thing. It's the same when they say halal meat. Things like that. It's been killed a particular way. It's an inclusivity thing for different religions and stuff
That's
like that.
right. Yeah, you can use any salt you want. Often the kosher salt will clump together and it's not what you want. Yeah.
If you do have kosher salt, you can like just smash it. If a modern pestle, if you like whatever, like just smash it. Or if you have a grinder, that's even better.
It's moisture.
Yeah. I'm worrying for Rad's voice. Take care. I have a big thing of water, I promise you. Now do you have to adjust temperatures because you have multiple pans cooking? Are you talking about the lasagnas? So the lasagna right now is in at 160 degrees Celsius, which a normal cooking temperature for most things is 180 degrees Celsius.
Yeah.
That's a standard in
It's
Australia.
just because you can see the white sauce because it's milk, it will burn. You can see the bottom one, see the bubbling in the bottom one? I don't know if you can see that bubbling here.
Probably not. I can move the camera back. So 160 Celsius is 320 Fahrenheit. Which you guys, I think your standard is 400. You cook a lot of things at 400 Fahrenheit.
Oh, yeah, 180, 400.
Hold on. I locked my phone. Everything's fine. Everything's all good. Hopefully that didn't disappear. Let me just double check. Didn't mean to lock my phone. Sorry, guys.
So this is a fan forced oven. So because it's fan forced, it circulates really, really well. So it doesn't really matter if you cook top or bottom. Top is fractionally hotter, but this oven seems really good. I've never cooked in it, so you don't really have to adjust. You can just see here that this is already bubbling through. So there's enough heat in that now that really, you can turn the oven off and all three would be cooked enough, because even the top one, as big as it is, you can see that it's really starting to get a nice crust across the top. And then you can see that the white sauce has started to leak down and all that heat, because the mince was hot when it went in there. So immediately
Because we cooked the mince as we were building the actual lasagna.
Yeah.
So
I reckon another 5 minutes, I just turn that off and you can sit in there for half an hour to cool down.
Yeah. And hopefully that answered your question, Maddie. And sorry for my delays again. I'm just catching up on chat. So sorry about that. All right, let's keep going. See, it's a damn job. Anyone that tells you streaming isn't a job, tell them to go fuck themselves. RAD Dad cookbook when?
Oh, God.
I have actually told them many times they've got a cookbook that is like handwritten, like notes, things that they've done over the years that are their like favorite recipes of certain things. You know, it's very disjointed. There's a lot of different things in there. There's a lot of things that aren't in there. There's a lot of things they do from the top of their head. But I've always said, like, you should put it together. And even if you only put a couple and give it to the kids, like us, like, you know, have one for yourself so that you have like that nice
all the way
book.
down here for you to cook.
No, you're still coming down here. If I'm willing to pay as much in shipping for that vodka, I can get 666 Pure Tasmania vodka, 750ml. Ooh. So the vodka and the shipping cost the same. That's trash. I'm sorry.
Holy shit.
Steel pizza trays. What about steel pizza trays, Darku? Are you talking about...
Oh, we had them underneath the...
No. Is he saying steel pizza trays? Is that what you're talking about? Like, because your question was about seasoning pans. So are you talking about the pizza trays, asking if you have to season them?
No.
Oh, apparently that vodka's in California, but not Texas. So they have to get it shipped from Texas.
Oh,
sorry,
wow.
from California to Texas. Hi, Dad. Great job on Kristen. We love her. Pat Dad on the back, please.
I would have said all me, but
It was.
Red Mum's a bit upset now.
Red Mum's done a bit of work there, let's be honest, you know. I think I have vegetable oil. I don't use it for cooking. It's basically a shed oil. I just don't like vegetable oil in my food. I use olive, cottonseed, peanut, or canola and all the things I eat.
I prefer olive oil, but...
Yeah, most people, most of the time, will prefer olive oil in
Extra
cooking.
virgin because it's cleaner.
Cleaner, yeah. Rad, I see that you've become enlightened. Yes, I have. Just to clarify, blue-eye cod, blue-eye trevella is not the same as blue cod. Yes. Yeah, seasoning, vegetable oil, always good. My limited understanding is that big grains are part of the point of kosher salt, so my question might be dumb. No, not dumb at all, Hawkeye. It can be confusing. I love my Icelandic vodka. It's very crisp, clean. That's why I'm curious about this 666.
Yeah, Australian vodka.
If you like vodka, you'll enjoy that. There was another one in
Australian potato. Tasmanian potatoes, the best potatoes in
best
Australia.
potatoes in Australia.
Cleanest water in Australia, cleanest air in Australia.
There is one in the Mornington Peninsula that does vodka.
Not as good as 666.
No, that one, it's called Clearwater, I think. And it is fucking astounding. Tom, who can't stomach vodka anymore, when he used to drink, and we tasted it, he was like, I want a bottle. which is very odd for Tom. He doesn't normally go for anything that's vodka related ever.
You got 8%.
Yeah, I'm just gonna pop it on charge. Matzo ball is made from matzo meal. It's a fat and eggs. Not quite a dumpling. Technically a cracker. Matzo meal is that a cracker ground up. Technically a dumpling though, I guess.
Yeah, it's just yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
Same but different.
Same but different, as with most things in life.
I must be thirsty.
You want another drink? Have you had any water?
Oh, yep. The gin's
Are
better
you
than
lying
water.
to me? Are
Gin's,
you lying to me about your water intake?
gin's made with water.
That's great. That's not the point.
That is nice gin.
That is not the point. I know I like to cook with sea salt. Yeah, sea salt's my preferred as well. Oh, Groovy, when you get back, I don't know if you can hear me, but I can't wait to hear about your hair. Steel pizza tray seasoning. Just, yeah, veggie oil as well if you really wanted to, but I don't really see... Dad doesn't bother seasoning them personally.
Because the flour and the pizza dough won't stick to the... Doesn't matter.
Shouldn't stick.
Just make sure you don't put your pizza trays in the dishwasher.
Yeah.
Just strips them of the aluminium.
Yeah, so pizza trays are often aluminium if you don't get like non-stick ones, which you really shouldn't get anyway.
If you've got non-stick ones,
if you've got non-stick, you don't need it at all. No. And if you've got aluminium ones, you just got to make sure you're careful about how you wash them and what you're washing with.
There's no need to season them.
You shouldn't really need to season them. We have 2 family cookbooks we made that we finally had laminated so that the pages stayed legible and food-free. I love that, Panther. Rad Dad, make a cookbook, but create it so it looks like everything is written on like random pieces of paper, like napkins, so it feels very homemade. That's pretty much what their fucking book is, alright? Let me just put it that way. Fucking taped in there and shit.
I think Kieran's got it.
Oh, what? You throws everything out. You be careful with that.
No, he hasn't. He's not throwing this out. Yeah, better than giving Anthony a get chucked out.
Yeah, that's true. I was on a boat on either... Wait, Milford Sound. Fond memories from that trip. Crayfish out of the pods. Ooh. Speaking of olives, my giant tree got fruit again. That tree is magical. 3rd harvest in 18 months.
See, gin is better than water.
Gin is much better than water, yes, but still should have water. Water is important.
I have water.
When did you have water?
Earlier, I went and snuck over and had some water.
From the ironing?
From the ironing lady.
Alright, Miss Fiji has that gin. Miss Fiji is amazing. That's why. My parents' baking sheets are covered in years of gunk. They cover them with aluminum foil every time we cook. I prefer to cook right on the tray, clean it thoroughly afterward. Is there any tips for trying to get years of grime and gunk off the trays? Because I hate wasting aluminum foil. You can soak them. Throw the trays out. Yeah, you should throw them out and buy new ones. But if you're really solid, it depends on the tray. If you've got non-stick trays and they look like that, they're fucked.
They're no good.
You need to get rid of them because the non-stick underneath has probably degraded and split, which means it's eventually aerating into your food.
And if they're aluminium ones, they're going to have toxins coming out of them anyway. So you'd be better off.
You do have to replace your utensils
when you
and
consider they're not expensive these days. That one we baked on, for instance, that one there.
Because again, I moved without anything, so I've just bought a couple of things. This will probably last a good, 5 maybe 5 years.
It's literally enamel.
It's enamel. Enamel is a much better
option. So
option.
it's enamel. It's great. Like I still use grease-proof paper but you can literally.
I don't.
You can bake straight on there. It's good. If I bake biscuits on here when they come out, I would flip them over because the heat on the tray will cook the bottom of them longer. So if you flip them over, then it cooks the top a bit.
Yeah.
But that'll last for years, really.
Enamel is always a good option. If you go aluminum, you just gotta make sure.
If you do roast beef on that, it'll also clean up very easy. Just soak in detergent and water.
And because it cleans up easy, you can also pour it all into a pan and make a jus or a gravy out of it without having to be like, oh fuck, I gotta work with all this fucking like aluminum foil that's falling apart and stuff like that.
Foil's just gonna get stuck to everything.
Yeah, foil's great. It's got its uses. Same with baking paper, cling wrap. Like, there's nothing wrong with using them.
If you're using tomatoes or any tomato of any sort, the tomatoes will eat through the foil.
It'll eat the foil.
Because of the acidity.
And they'll stick to it.
Because it's acidic, so it'll eat through the foil. So you got to make sure you use grease-proof paper on top of that.
Science!
Absolutely.
Enamel is a great thing to use because whilst I think the shelf life of it might be shorter, but ultimately you can cook on it. It cleans up a lot easier than a lot of other things. So you end up using less baking paper and things over time anyway. So it kind of like evens itself out. But aluminum pans, what's this aluminum shit? Aluminum, whatever. Same shit, different day. Soulstar, why you bully? That's one of my emails. I found a way to cheat making gravy. I got a big milk frother that also mixes hot chocolates. We just put the jus and flour into the milk frother and hot chocolate mode, and bam, it works.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I love that. That's so good. That is beautiful. That is absolutely beautiful. Oh, did you want to tell, because a lot of people weren't here for the cookies. Did you want to talk about the cookies and how you made them and what you made and things like that? So how long does that have, do you reckon?
Oh, it's ready.
It's ready, you read?
Yeah, it's fine. Just turn it on.
You want me to turn it off? You want to leave it open or closed?
Just leave it closed.
Alright. So how long has that been in for then? Don't know. It has been in for an amount of time, and it is now ready to be turned off and left with the door closed for a bit longer.
Probably been in for about 75 minutes or so.
Yeah, over an hour.
Yeah, it just depends. Like, you can say an hour and a half. Depends. Like 160 still, because it's fan force. 160 is still pretty hot in that oven. So
160 becomes almost like a
you can see
170.
it's bubbling all the way through the bottom. So now you just want it to settle down. So it'll cool down and it will settle and it will just compress itself nicely. So tomorrow when you reheat it, you have a nice big chunky lasagna.
Yeah.
Whereas if you don't, if you cook and set it straight away, it's quite sloppy. It'll fall apart. You want it to cook and set itself. Because that pasta will still take half an hour to cook.
Yeah, it needs to cook in the heat, but it doesn't. You don't want it to burn on top.
No.
So what you're saying is you'd cook this, you'd have it in the oven, you'd turn the oven off, you'd leave it there.
Yeah, if you wanted to have it for dinner tonight, you still could. You would just let it sit in here half an hour, take it out, and you put it back in 6:30 for 40 minutes, and she's ready.
Yeah, and that'd be another 160.
But you can cook it the day before because it's always better the next day.
And that's okay to go in the oven straight from the fridge, or?
Yeah, well, because it's glass, and you would just put it straight from there. Yeah. Let it cool down, put it in the fridge, pull it out, put it straight in the oven because it'll just heat back up again.
Yeah. With glass, because I often do this, with glass, if I'm reheating things, I'll actually put it in the oven as the oven's heating up, so it'll heat the glass up slower.
Doesn't hurt, yeah.
Because it is tempered glass, it should survive fine, but my brain just goes, fridge cold straight to 180 degrees Celsius, holy shit. No,
if you put it in when the oven's heating up, it's just going to slowly heat up with it, so it doesn't hurt it. And don't heat it at a high temperature, go down, 160, 180. It will get, once the temperature gets in there.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, good to know. Add this to my list of things to upgrade to. Fair enough, Tigers. That's fair enough. What was it though? The cookies look phenomenal. Yeah, Dad's going to tell you guys about the cookies. And then we are going to talk about the snack raffle. So go for it, Dad.
Oh, cookies. Yeah, well, again, that moderate oven, so 180, which I think is about 350 Fahrenheit.
180 is 375 Fahrenheit or something like
close.
that. I sort of looked it up a while ago. 360.
Oh, see, 350, I was pretty close. But again, with these, you take your butter, soft butter, not runny butter, just soft. Take your sugars.
Room temperature butter.
Room temperature butter is a good way of putting it.
Yeah. Depends
whether your room temperature is -17 if you're in Austria.
That's why we talk about it.
Or in Australia when you're 29 degrees.
And it is melting.
Yeah. But standard room temperature around sort of 12 degrees, I suppose, 15 degrees. And take your sugars, and then you mix that all together, and you cream it together so it looks like really rich, sort of whipped butter. Once you're at that stage, add your egg to it, mix your egg into it. Then you take your sifted flour, sifted bicarb, sifted cocoa powder, and you stir all that in. You just keep slowly folding and folding and folding until you get to what starts to look like a bread dough. And you get your hands in there, and you can actually roll it in your hand, and you roll it into balls. But of course, we added some chopped chips, so we put a whole bunch of chopped chips in there. And then roll into balls. We got 24, didn't we?
24 in total, yeah.
We got 24 because you make them of a reasonable size, and you just roll them into little balls, a little bit smaller than golf balls. Probably ping pong balls is a good way of saying it. And then just use the back of a fork just to press them down a little bit. Bake them for about 10 to 12 minutes. We did 10 minutes here. Was 10 minutes to 180 was perfect, but ovens will vary a little bit. And then bring them out. They'll be really soft when they come out of the oven. Just leave them in room temperature for 10 to 15 minutes, and they cool down. They cool down nicely, and you end up with a nice sort of crunch on the outside and chew on the inside. You can add a little bit of, we added a little bit of salt there to bring out a bit of the extra flavour. If you wanted to, you could add orange zest to it. You could add some white chocolate, you could add some hazelnuts to it, or you could add some macadamias to it, you could add almonds, you could add walnuts to it.
There's a lot of
You could add
options.
cranberries, like you could chop some dried apricots. That mixture will take at least, with the recipe when Kristen puts it up, you could put a quarter of a cup of anything else. You could put coconut in there. Like you put a few different things to play with it. You can put white chocolate as well. You could grate more chocolate over top when they're cooking. It's really quite
Versatile.
It is a very versatile recipe. Once you use it, it works really, really well. Yeah, and then they look quite tasty. And we happened to try one or two of them, didn't we?
Yeah, we tried one each. We were very sensible for once. Very sensible about how much we love eating. So this is the Aussie snack raffle.
TV snacks.
Yeah, they're my favourite.
Hundreds and thousands.
Yeah, fairy bread.
Fairy bread.
Yep.
Universal.
Better be.
The Americans hate Vegemite.
Yeah, well, that's because they eat it wrong.
You're not supposed to eat it thick. It's very good if you take this and hot water. It's a very good healthy soup.
Does Rad Dad know how awesome capsicums are?
Capsicums are awesome. We got capsicums in lasagna.
We do. We have roast capsicums.
Capsicums are only good when you roast them, though.
Yeah, they're really good when you roast them or barbecue them. Like
Yeah, barbecue and char grill them, put them in a bowl, cling wrap, get the skin off, and then they're beautiful.
Don, thank you for using the hello redemption. It's nice to see you, my dude. I hope you're doing well. Ping pong balls transcend the imperial metric divide. Toby said Vegemite was better than Marmite, and I think I have to deport him. Get fucked, Lizzie! Toby's my man!
Oh.
Let's go!
Sorry, it's a little bit aggressive, but anyway. Marmite's English from memory. A lot of salt in here.
I'm grabbing these because this is what...
Why have you got capsicums?
Yes. Hawkeye, would you like to explain to Dad why I have capsicum?
Why do you have capsicums? Please explain.
There's also a New Zealand-made Marmite, apparently.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Maybe he just doesn't like that one. Maybe you should just give him the original one.
Oh, try the Kiwi one.
Yeah. Maybe that's not for him. You know. Thoughts, opinions, ideas.
This is really good if you put it into like bread dough and put it with cheese and bake in the oven.
Yeah. Salty, cheesy goodness.
Salty, cheesy goodness. Yeah. Even with pizza dough, you make pizza scrolls. Yeah, roll it up. Yeah. I'm not into Vegemite, but put it with cheese. But then again, I just like cheese.
All right, I'm gonna show you guys. What we've got in front of us. Because we've been talking about snack raffle for a while, since June last year when I did ANZ Bitfest. I actually might just take this off the stand. The Australian snack raffle was kind of some obvious things that a lot of people would say are very Australian, and some things that for me are just, you know, stuff that I like. And also, I went to the Xbox game showcase and I got a fuckload of hard candies that are like Xbox themed, and I was like, bugger it, you're all getting a bunch of these because I don't need them. And they're hard candy, they'll last a lifetime. So these were a last minute addition. I really wanted them in here. This is, for me, one of my favorite snacks when I was younger that Dad would make for us to have at home and take to school. You know, it was a nice little treat. TV snacks is something that I don't think I loved when I was a kid, but it's definitely something that I've learned to love as I've grown up. The malt sticks specifically, fucking 10 out of 10. Hundreds and thousands, you use that to make fairy bread, and fairy bread is something that you would find at every birthday party growing up. You'd even find it at barbecues as an adult, depending on the demographic. Milo, malt, like hot or cold sort of powder. I tend to really like it when I used to drink a lot of milk. I drink it as a cold beverage, but it's really, really good as a hot chocolate. A lot sweeter than hot chocolate. It's definitely got a bit of sugar with it, but it's a malt hot chocolate. Vegemite, salty goodness, you know?
Beefy, salty.
Beefy, salty goodness. Vegemite, yes, it's a spread. It is a yeast spread. It's very salty, and it should be spread on, you know, freshly toasted bread with a decent amount of like butter or your choice of whatever butter you like, and then Vegemite on top of that. Fruit roll-ups, again, very much a throwback to being a kid. They are dehydrated fruit that has been, you know, smushed out onto a sheet, and you eat that. It's just, you know, it's concentrated sugar. Pizza shapes and barbecue shapes. There's a bunch of different flavors. Pizza shapes is one that I grew up with. Barbecue shapes is one that a lot of people like. I actually don't like either of them. Again, some of these things I will let you know that I actually don't like, but they are very much Australian things. They're Australian snacks that a lot of people have and love. All Natural Confectionery Company snakes. You can have anything from the All Natural Confectionery Company, but the snakes are awesome. People will talk about Allen's lollies. They're all right. I really like these. That's why I'm doing these instead. I thought about jelly beans. Do we have an Australian brand though? I can't remember. That's what I mean. I couldn't remember. These are all Australian made.
Yeah, eucalyptus.
Eucalyptus drops.
Who doesn't love those?
These would definitely be something that would be in my bag at school all the time. You know, people think about eucalyptus, they think of it as something that is highly toxic. Depending on how it is actually used, it isn't necessarily, probably shouldn't eat the fucking trees, but you can definitely eat eucalyptus drops. They are touted as something to use for sore throat.
Are stoned all the time.
Koalas are stoned all the time, it's true. Tim Tams, I don't like them, but again, there's something that a lot of people love. You'll have to do a Tim Tam slam if you happen to win, which means you bite the end. See, this is meant to be one piece, right? This has been cut in half. But you bite each end just a little bit, and you put one end into the milk, and you suck through the other one, and bam, you had a Tim Tam slam. And it is honestly the only way that I will eat them, to be fair. Violet crumble, again, not something that I necessarily love, but definitely something I remember growing up. It is, you know, honeycomb and stuff, so it's quite delicious. It's just not my favorite. And lifesavers. Now, fruit tingle hits a heartstring for me. Josh, as you guys know, I lost him not long ago, back in October, one of my good mates. Fruit tingle was his favorite, both as an alcoholic beverage and a lolly. And lifesavers are actually Australian made. And fruit tingles is something that I definitely remember growing up with. They even sometimes had like little bracelets that were made out of like fruit tingle lifesavers that you could wear, and you know, you'd eat off your wrist or off your necklace or whatever. We got 4 of these. You're not getting this many cookies. The RAD DAD cookies, you're probably going to get, I think, 4 we measured out. 4, 8, 12.
Oh, really?
Or 5. It might have been 5.
6?
5 or 6. I can't remember. You're going to get a decent amount because obviously it's going to get to you, and it's going to be cryovac. You know, they're freshly made. They'll be cryovac. You'll get them nice and fresh, just as fresh as anything like this. But obviously, you know, these are homemade. You know, don't fucking at me if you're like, oh, they're not gluten-free, blah, blah, blah. None of this shit is gluten-free, lactose-free, sugar-free, and they're all Australian snacks.
Dirty
okay?
Australian food.
But you'll have the recipe given to you alongside this so that you know exactly what's in it. So that everything will be nice and safe if you want to share it with friends or family, so that you aren't worried about any allergens and things like that. Because I respect all that. I have a partner that's, you know, got quite a few allergies himself, intolerances and whatnot. So, and you guys know how I feel about people not respecting that. But please understand that if you are someone that needs to eat sugar-free, needs to eat lactose-free, this particular one is not going to be for you. You know, because it is everything. All right, and this is our finished lasagna.
Small, medium.
Very large up the back. I missed a lot of chat there because I just wanted to go through all that information first and foremost. But yeah, so there'll be 4 winners. I'm going to take a picture of this. And I'll pop it up in the Discord, and it's just going to be randomized. 4 people are going to win. Again, it has to be mailed out to you, so I'm going to need your address. I will be giving to the winners, we'll get a link. It'll be a secure link where you can fill out your information, and I will receive that information. So you have to be comfortable with that, first and foremost. And if you decide that you don't want to do that when you win, I will just re-roll the winner. There will be no other prizes. So it's something that's been in the works for a really, really long time. I really appreciate everyone's patience. As you guys are aware, the last 12 months for me has been an absolute fucking roller coaster. But things are settling, I'm home, and I can finally do this. This is something that I had planned and was really excited about for a really long time. So I'm really glad to be able to do it, and we get to add in something extra exciting with the RAD DAD cookies.
Capsicum.
So, yeah, so Hawkeye was meant to explain why the capsicum's there. I just have to go back through chat and see if he did explain it. So let me go back and see. Is it Rad Dad or Mr. Core? You can call him Greg, Rad Dad, you know, as long as you don't call him late for dinner, because he's never fucking late for dinner.
No.
Rad posted a recipe. I had to message her because I didn't actually know what a capsicum was, because I call it a bell pepper.
Oh, you do
America.
too, bloody Americans.
Bloody Americans. Jesus, Dad.
Bell
I say it all
peppers.
the time. You pav stealing scum. Don't you get a word in? Are you okay, Lizzie? Soulstar, are you fighting again? They always fight about like the Australian. Soulstar's South Australia. Lizzie's over in New Zealand.
Pavlova, the Pavlova thing.
They always fight about Pavlova.
It's Australian, so no point in fighting over it.
Yeah.
A bit like Leamington, really.
I love them both, but acknowledge that many people had the wrong first experience with Marmite and Vegemite. Exactly, that's the problem. People get it and they go, oh my God, it's a spread. And they think of it like a jam or a jelly or a peanut butter.
It's a meat spread.
And it's a yeast spread. It even says it on the pack. It's so salty. You do not want to eat it unless you are someone that like, I fucking love that shit and you can eat it with a teaspoon, which is not many people that are out there that can do it.
It's good with you.
Fairy bread is this. Fairy bread is pretty great for sure. For anyone in the UK, there's an importer called Sansa, and you can buy this stuff from, and stuff from South Africa and New Zealand as well. Amazing.
Oh, there you go.
I did eucalyptus chips when I had a cold. Yeah, fantastic. Enjoy your dinner, Lizzie. I love and appreciate you. Thank you for hanging out. Violent Crumble, I just got a connection in the States for them. Oh my God. Fantastic, Don. I'm glad. I know that a lot of people missed that. I can't believe you swore in front of Rad Dad. That's so rude.
I'm used to it. It's okay.
He's a chef. That's because he's cooking dinner. You can't be late if you're just cooking it. What do you mean, fuck you, you bloody Aussie? What did I do? Rad, why are you now taunting me with your Tim Tams? Yeah, I have Tim Tams that I don't even want in my house. You jealous? Haha, get wrecked. Bye forever, you smell, time to go die. Bye forever, you smell, time to go die.
Look, see the size of this jar? So, when she was little, where's your real jar? Yeah, thank you, look.
Office Works! This is what they sell to offices.
Yeah.
This is what they sell to offices in Office Works. 95 serves.
It has not changed.
They have given
To be fair, I don't have it often.
subs in the channel.
Oh, thank you so much for gifting that sub to my beautiful wifey. I appreciate you, SNL Tiger. Lizzie, I know you're lurking, but I hope you enjoy your ad-free viewing and all of your emotes, you heckin' cutie. Bloody, have a good sleepo, Beepo. I appreciate you hanging out. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being you. And hello, Irabel. How are you? What the heck is Milo? I'm gonna just read the thing because it's so much easier than trying to like explain it in my own voice.
It's like a malt chocolate
It's a malt
drink.
chocolate drink, yeah. So.
It's bad, do not be good for you.
Oh, like anything. It would not be good for you.
Full of energy, which means it's bad for you.
Yeah, it's full of energy, nourishing energy. Ooh. There are instructions on the side of this. Make your perfect cup of Milo. Great to enjoy hot or cold. You can do 3 heaped teaspoons of Milo into 200 mils of cold or hot, but not boiling milk.
Nah, it's gotta be cold milk because then it sits on top. And then
Yeah, if you do cold milk, but if you put it in the bottom and you put your cold milk on, and then you like scoop it from the bottom, it goes.
Oh my God!
Because it seals itself until you crack the seal, and then it like rushes to the surface. I posted in Discord ages ago. It's fucking malt chocolate gold. That's what it is. I love you, Soulstar.
Chocolate gold.
That's amazing, Soulstar. I appreciate you. Yes, Milo is delicious. Milo is the best. Peachy Jams. I'm so sorry I missed your follow earlier. I'm working on a really weird setup, but thank you for the follow. Hopefully you're still here. You're officially a spud bud. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being you. Please don't be shy amongst all these potatoes. They do bite, but you know, they're all right. My phone isn't working properly, but it worked. Yay. Oh, thank you, SNL Tiger. You're very kind. We can't even get Kinder Surprise here in the States because we can't be trusted to save our own children if they choke from it.
You're not supposed to eat the chocolate. You're not supposed to eat the
Shouldn't eat the plastic that's inside of it.
You're not supposed to eat
Kinder Surprise is not good anymore.
Nah, it's gross.
Nah, Kinder Surprise is very different. A lot of things are very different. There was a few things that I thought about and was like, that is not as good as they used to be. I don't really want to put that in. That's why some of these things are just things that I enjoy personally. All of them are Australian when it comes to that, but some of the things are specifically my enjoyment, and some of them are just like really like well-known Australian. Like again, I hate Tim Tams, but I'm gonna give you the original Tim Tams, and there's also the double coat. Double coat is what I will stomach because they're a little bit richer in the chocolate side of things, so I find them a little bit more enjoyable because they have more flavor to them.
Plenty of chocolate.
No, I don't. If it's not in the house, I don't eat it. That's why I don't put it in the house.
If it's in the house, you'll inhale it.
So will you. Everyone will. That's why you just don't fucking buy that shit.
You like lasagna, really?
I don't bite. I just give sharp hugs with my mouth. I like that. Groovy. That's a good way to explain it. We need to let the bottom tier of kids just get taken out by modern natural selection. Hashtag I'm an asshole. Hawkeye, you're not wrong. Natural selection kind of does need to be brought back in a lot of senses. That's for sure. All right, but so today we've made lasagne and cookies. And we've talked about the raffle that's going to be getting posted in the Discord. I was going to take a nice picture of it.
Hot.
It's still pretty hot, yes. So that will probably be Tom's dinner because he won't be able to wait. We'll have something else, I'm sure, knowing us. But yeah, did anyone else have any other questions for Dad? Because otherwise, to be honest, like my lasagne, yes. It's kind of like tiramisu, lasagne. My voice is killing me. So, you know, we've actually been going for nearly, like 3.5 hours, I think. So pretty good. Tom gets a kiddies meal. You call this a fucking kiddies meal, Soulstar? How big's the kid you're feeding, mate? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
It might be small in comparison, but it's still a fucking big fuck off thing. God lord.
It's a big kitty's
It's
meal.
a big kitty's meal. Oh my lord. Tea with honey? Nah, gin.
Gin with tonic.
Gin with tonic.
We have a nice
So it's Last Century Tasmanian Foragers Fine Gin.
wild cherry.
And the Derwent Distillery do different gins for different seasons. So this is they just did spring, which was the one that I was drinking a while back. And this one is spring release kumquat and wattle flower. It was really
It seems empty.
Yeah, it is empty. I've drunk it all. There's a full one, but it's for Squincy, not for you. And then this one is wild Tasmanian cherries and dark cherries. They do a different one every season for about 3 months. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to what they do in autumn because it's my birthday.
Look out! Look out!
I'm excited for that one.
We'll have to be back down here. We'll have
Yeah.
to have a few gins maybe.
Yeah, and funnily enough, they also sell a elderflower liquor that's about 20%. So you can have like 30 mils of that with some soda, and it's a really light, very, very low alcohol, like cocktail, easy cocktail.
Cocktail hour with Kristen.
But they also do a hazelnut one, and the
we got that downstairs.
partner said if you have 30 mils of the hazelnut, 30 mils of that, it tastes like red velvet. Which, for people that don't know, red velvet cake is literally just vanilla cake with red flavoring.
And vinegar.
And vinegar.
The vinegar that makes it.
The vinegar that makes it tangy. Hi, you're still going? Yeah, not for long, Amanda. My voice is killing me, so we're going to finish up for a second. But if anyone has any questions for food related or anything like that, please throw them out before we do finish up. My voice is just killing me. Keep an eye out on Discord. I should have it posted by tonight. I'm just going to take a picture of all this together. And we're going to do the Aussie snack raffle. Finally, there's going to be 4 winners. I'll probably give you guys like a week to react to the post. And then we'll do a randomized winner for that one. So, yeah. No questions, just many thanks for Rad Dad. Please pass on my thanks to Rad Mum, and thank you for visiting with us as well. Thanks, Research Monkey, you heckin' cutie. I appreciate you. No questions. Dad's awesome. Thank you for taking all of our questions, though.
Fun.
That's
Love
my
it.
husband. That's Maddie.
Oh.
He's my honey bun. He's over in America. He plays the trumpet. He's very talented.
Oh, that's cool.
He's very talented. Now I want more lasagna. Oh, heck. Irabel, I'm sorry. If I had lasagna, I wouldn't be giving it to any fucking kid. Fair enough. What's an elderflower? It's delicious. It's very soft flavor. Kind of sweet, I suppose, in some ways. Very soft flavor. Very delicate is probably the word I'm looking for.
The elderflower cordials are very sweet, but the elderflower alcohols aren't as sweet.
Yes.
They're very fragrant.
Very fragrant. That's a good word for it. Amanda, how are you feeling? Thank you for such a nice stream. I love watching the cooking edition. Oh, no worries, SNL Tiger. It's nice to hang out with you. Thank you for all the support. I nearly face planted into my keyboard. Oh no, Tigress. It's time for bed. Definitely. Too much vodka too quickly. Go get some sleep, you heckin' cutie. Mish cracked it at me this week because I've never had a violet crumble. That's okay. I don't really care for them myself. But they're honeycomb.
We can make honeycomb next time.
Yeah, we can make honeycomb next time.
Honeycomb's fun to make. You
Yeah.
just dip it in chocolate, make your own violet.
Why did my something not work? Never mind, I suck at Twitch. Janelle, if you reload, it might pop back up if you were trying to resub. It might have done that weird thing where it didn't actually go through. It does that sometimes. Honeycomb is the bomb. You're the bomb, Amanda. You. I do have one last question. If you wanted to cook salmon steaks, but afraid of not cooking it enough, do you have any advice?
Finished off in the oven. If you're gonna cook salmon steaks, yeah, but I like my salmon pink. But if you like cook a bit more, just cook it skin side down till it's crispy, turn it over, then give it 5 to 7 minutes in the oven, you won't have a problem.
Does that help you at all? Obviously, the size of the salmon itself.
Yeah, size, but if you're talking about salmon, it's normally about, let's talk in inches, if we're talking about 1 inch thick, if you cooked it 5 minutes skin side down, then gave it 5 minutes in the oven, it's going to be cooked more than enough. And I like mine quite pink, but some people don't.
And salmon's quite good because if you have it skin side down, you can separate it.
Skin side down
look
will
at
crisp it up
Close it back.
and then turn it over. When you put it in the oven,
To drink milk.
as you touch the salmon, you'll start, you'll
And I've just finished my
Pretty
milk.
loud.
Jonal Christine subscribed
Did it
with
work?
tier 1. Did it work? Wahoo. 13 months. Love you, Rad. Hi, Rad Dad.
Janelle, thank you so much for the 13 heckin' months. We made it past a year. Thank you for the resub. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being you and all your support. Thank you for helping put a roof in my tummy and food over my head. I will probably put the lasagna over my head later. Why not? It'll be fun. I'm sure Tom will be super stoked about that. Thank you, Janelle. I really appreciate you. I'm hungry and I want those cookies, says Amanda. And we're making laksa shortly. Ooh, that sounds delicious. You're making Don really hungry with the salmon talk, which please continue the salmon talk. It's just that they wouldn't have been able to hear you over Brian.
That's all right. So, yeah, you've got that salmon's about an inch thick. Cook it about 5 minutes skin side down so get it nice and crispy. Flip it over, put it in the oven. After about another 5 minutes, you'll find that if you touch the salmon, it'll start to flake. When it starts to flake, it's cooked. You know, if you don't like it pink in the middle, you just give it a little bit longer, but
that's kind of the bare minimum.
Yeah, that's kind of bare minimum. Yeah, you'll find 5 minutes skin side down. Yeah, if it's about an inch thick, an inch by an inch, that's good enough. Yeah. But don't be afraid. The oven's going to make sure you cook it all the way through if you like it cooked all the way through.
If you're ever concerned about something not being cooked enough, the oven.
If you don't have an oven, you can just put a lid over your pan, turn your heat down, and it'll work like an oven anyway.
Yeah. There's a lot of different things that you can do. And don't be afraid to research things online. There are a lot of really good.
Well, you can ask this one and she can send it to me and I'll answer the question for her.
Yeah, we can do like a weekly cooking Ask AMA where you guys can send through your like food and cooking questions and I can get answers off Dad. I can even give him a call and we can talk to him on stream or something like that. So, you know, we can do that. That's definitely a possibility.
Can be arranged.
So yeah, don't be afraid to ask. Asking is good.
Ooh,
asking is very good.
Look at this.
You just want to eat it, don't you?
Yeah, look at that.
You just want to eat it.
It's like an implant.
So my general rule of thumb is if it's black, it's cooked. And hi, I'm Shady and I do really shady stuff.
If it's black, it's cooked.
Shady! No, your poor food. We had a good Gohan snuggle sesh on stream. I'm gonna make a highlight about it for you. Oh, that's adorable. You want to eat the lasagna? When you come down, we'll have to make like a vegetarian lasagna for you. That'd be good. Cooking corner with Rad Dad. Yeah, we'll do something like that. Now we are going to finish up for the day because it's nearly 5 o'clock for us. And Mum's been sitting listening to us fucking bang on for God knows how long. Obviously, first and foremost,
She's used to that bullshit though.
Thank you guys so much for being here and hanging out. Thank you for the raves. Thank you to everyone that subscribed and resubscribed and gifted subscriptions. That was really kind of you. Thank you so much to everybody that followed. We've got a couple of new spud buds in the community, which I really appreciate. And I will probably end up taking Monday off once Mum and Dad have actually headed home. A friend of ours from Victoria is coming. And we're going to have a day with them on the Sunday. And I think I'm probably going to be absolutely blown out on Monday. I'd love to stream. If I do end up streaming, obviously you'll know about it. I'll let you guys know if it happens. But to be completely honest, I probably won't end up doing that. Because I am just like, whoa, I can already feel that I'm going to just absolutely crash and burn. So I'll probably see you guys at the earliest of Tuesday. But keep an eye out in the Discord. If you haven't joined the Discord yet, please make sure you do. You know, it's free to join. And you just let us know who you are when you get in there so we can set you up with roles so you can see the rest of the server. And that is where you need to be if you would like to join in for the snack raffle, which I will post about. Yes, Manny did cook a very good pizza. And now Manny has the power to cook an incredible pizza.
Absolutely.
So we look forward to seeing version 2.0.
We do.
And yeah, I won't mess anything for bed. Have a good one. Take care of yourself. No worries, Tigress. Have a good sleepo beepo. Seriously, guys, thank you so much for being here. I think I remember my own raid things. I normally use my, oh, that's not how you spell that. All right. So, maybe I had it this way, right? Nice. All right, I'm smart. All right, cool. So, if you are not a subscriber, please copy and paste the message that has the red emotes. If you do it from the /me moving forward, it'll be nice and fun and colorful depending on the add-ons that you have for your Twitch. And if you are a subscriber, please grab the one with the waddle emotes. I'm thinking that we're gonna go and hang out with Harland, because Harland has raided us a bunch of times, and they are such a wonderful little bean, and I haven't had the chance to raid Harland like ever. And they are playing the Final Fantasy VII Remake. They are a Christian Minecraft streamer, apparently. Not really, they're not actually. But I love and appreciate you guys. Thank you for hanging out. Because I don't have my normal setup, I can't do like my credits and stuff. I'd have to walk all the way in there and then all the way back, and it's just too much effort, let's be honest. So yeah, you get to stare at us until we raid off. So stay hydrated. Thank you for hanging out for Rad Parent Stream. 2 of them you guys got. You were very, very lucky. I hope this inspired you to make some lasagna and not be afraid to make lasagna with some substitutions that work for your diet and needs.
And if you need help, ask her and she'll pass it on.
Which they already know, but I think now they know that they have even more help, which is good. And yeah, keep an eye out in the Discord. Join if you want a chance. Anyone is welcome to join, no matter where you are in the world. It's an Australian snack raffle. Honestly, I want people to win it from all over the world so you have a chance to try these things. And obviously, anyone will want to end up having some Rad Dad double chocolate chip cookies. So yes, afraid of lasagna. Be very afraid. Be very afraid. But yeah, stay hydrated, look after yourselves, get your sleep, all that sort of jazz. Thank you for all the support today. Thank you for the biddies and the subs and chatting. Thank you for the raids. Grab your raid spam. And yeah, let's go and hang out with Harland. They're a wonderful being. I love you guys. Bye!